Hello and welcome to the 75th episode of the DCP. It's gonna take a while for me to just say DCP instead of actually say.
Welcome to DCP live.
DCP
Collab,
live.
6 p.m. We should change it to 5 so we could say we're DCP live at 5.
Domingo.
That means we would also have to start at 5.
Sketchy.
That's
at 5?
not happening.
Well, daylight
Live
savings.
around
It's
5.
5 somewhere.
DCP live somewhat around 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somewhere
That's
at
way
5 in the world.
catchier. You need to go with Watt's suggestion. That's way better.
Yeah, daylight savings also is coming around and kicks everything around, and people in different countries who don't have daylight savings go like, "What happened to the schedule?" It's like,
Actually, that's so true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be like,
So
here in North
Especially
America,
people who
we do
don't
weird
do
things.
daylight savings. Like
I assumed that
Arizona.
everyone
People in
did.
Arizona.
Actually, I
Did we
didn't
get
know
a
that.
full introduction going? Is that
No.
no?
Let me get
Go-
this out of
go,
the way.
Patrick, go, do it.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome. 75th episode, sponsored by Scuff Game Controllers, and then also
And you
got
guys.
Patreon. We also
With
got
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yep.
Patreon now. You guys have been killing it there. If you are a patron, then you probably got to hear us talk for about 30 minutes before this about magic cards, Pope's bowel movements. They're about 20
And
solid minutes of
lots
Pope's bowel
of-
movements.
Yes.
Lots of
One of those
butt-
two things
butt
is
sounds.
wrong,
But
and it's
Would
not
you
about
like to
butts.
correct it?
And then Briar's not here this week because
he's not feeling well.
I couldn't think of a sassy thing to say beforehand.
He's getting fat and sassy.
He's attending a Magic the Gathering tournament because he's got jealous of all my skills, and that's why he always
Literally,
lashes
you
out at
got
me every
nothing
single
else
time
on
I
the
talk
brain.
about Magic the
You went
Gathering.
pro.
Every single podcast.
You went pro, and this was the only time on the East Coast that there was a tournament. You had to go.
It's funny.
Yeah. There you
At,
go.
like 9 p.m.
And our guest
Yeah.
today
People are weird to play Magic.
is
You know.
Snackless. Snackless, thanks for
Hey.
coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So we hear you've been slamming Destiny lately, just
I think
rocking
you
it,
made that up.
and that you're vying for Dado's role as the most optimal Destiny player. Out
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Yeah.
So like a lot of Destiny, I don't know, content creators, you've kind of found homes in other areas in the directory. What have you been playing lately?
A lot of Fortnite. Before that, I was playing quite a bit of Overwatch in like year 3 of Destiny, and so that kind of carried over, and then I moved to just a lot of Fortnite because I really like it. I can play with it. It's like a similar sort of feeling in the sense that like my community is there, they can play with me, I can pick them up for quick, easy games, and for my community, that's a big focus for them and something I know that they look forward to, and so it seemed like a really good fit for them, and I like Fortnite. I feel like I could play it for a long time. It's quick, it's fun. There's breaks in it, so I can read my chat, and so those are like little things that are similar for me that just allow me to keep kind of doing things the way that I like to do them, and I find like that those things just kind of happened with Destiny. Like those weren't things that I intended. They were just like subsequently awesome parts that happened because I was a Destiny streamer for such a long time.
Built into the game.
And so the
definitely.
Fortnite, like, do you feel like the Fortnite community is different, or have you added people to your community, or do you feel like there's still a lot of the original Destiny people there?
Oh, it's like 90% of the Destiny community. It's like my 90% of our community, and then there's like, to be honest, there are people who were in the Destiny community that all moved to Fortnite, and then we just became better friends through that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it
so
does.
there are names that I recognize that maybe I didn't get a chance to reach out to or raid or get to know or stream with or play with, and then I got to do that with those people through Fortnite. And so to be honest, I'm sure there's new people in there, but it does actually feel primarily like Destiny in that sense. In that sense, it feels a bit like home, which is
That's
kind
awesome
of
that you've been able to keep
relief.
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, when I saw you at GuardianCon last year, it was really difficult to get near you. You had like, your fan base is just, they were like orbits around you, and I'm like,
Yeah. And then I didn't know you, so I was like,
You're like, I don't know who you are.
I know, I was like, I don't know that guy.
And I got close to you, and one of your mods or fans just tackled me to the ground. He's like, good,
Yeah.
like bodyguards, stay away,
Get in line.
get in line.
man.
No, it was so you've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Do you feel like any of the skills that you had as a streamer, but also as a player, translated over from Destiny to Fortnite or Battle
Absolutely.
Royales?
So in a streamer standpoint, absolutely. And for the reasons I kind of just talked about, we all run our streams differently, and mine has a huge huge emphasis on chat. And so I read almost all my comments, and people, I think they really get used to that. So then if I miss a comment, they're like, oh, she didn't read that. She didn't know what's happening. And so in that sense, those skills of being able to read chat, like find breaks in my game and play with my viewers, those things are similar. So they were able to stay the same. And then in terms of like skill for a game, like yes and no, it's different, right? I'm sure you have played Fortnite, and so you as Destiny players know it's different. So some of your skills are the same. I mean, like you still have the same tactics, like maybe you're going to send someone to flank, and maybe you know how to rush, but Fortnite's different. Like building and rushing somebody is different than like collapsing on them in Destiny, for example.
Right.
So yes, like some gun skill I feel like has transferred over. However, to be honest, I kind of miss the Destiny side of that. Like, I like how Fortnite plays, but I still feel like it was Destiny at heart, and I just miss, like, I miss Trials, and I miss that feeling, because that's not the same as playing Fortnite, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to get the chance to talk a lot about that. You came on a week that, would you guys all agree we got a TWAB?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's a twab. We got information. Anytime we get information.
Yeah. Tons of it.
Tidbits.
happy.
Juicy details.
Tidbits.
We also got a video from the Sandbox team.
That was really
Someone
cool.
sniping.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, showing some bricks dropped from killing people.
Getting ammo, heavy
So
ammo.
there's a lot of stuff to talk
Nice.
about. I think
There is a lot.
Snackless, I really appreciate you coming on. This is it's going to be a really good conversation. I'm really interested to hear how you and your community react to these changes that are being made in the Destiny Sandbox and the game in general, and how you're interpreting that with your community as good or bad signs if you're coming back to the game, or if maybe something else has caught your eye. Today we got Division 2 was announced. Black Ops 4 was announced. Nintendo Smash Brothers was announced.
Smash Bros, yeah.
Smash on the Switch.
Smashing on the Switch.
That's actually pretty
It's
cool.
a cool video.
Yeah.
New set of Magic the Gathering got leaked. I'm buying up one mana legendary creatures right now. You guys,
It's very
All
exciting.
right.
I got
Happy
a,
for you.
I got a
It's
new
very
equalizer in the mail.
Oh,
That's
Is that the name of a gun or is that an audio thing?
No, that's an audio thing. I got a
I got a gun in the
analog
mail, guys.
EQ in the mail.
Equalizer. I'm gonna equalize my competition.
It's got transformers. Makes the sound all warm. Oh,
Fancy.
Okay, so if we're going random stuff here before we start, let me just say that don't follow the Twitter account Fat Kid Deals. Okay, do not follow it, because I swear, like, I got a $125 sushi knife for $14.95 the next day, like, delivered, and I'm like, okay. He just puts on, like, that Twitter account puts on, like, these crazy deals. So I'm, like, receiving stuff in the mail now, like, all the time.
Every day.
I'm like buying stuff at
Buying
stupid sales.
Buying stuff you don't
Sorry, have
need.
you actually used your sushi knife? Or was
Not
it more
yet.
like, this is a really good deal and I must
It's a really
have
good
it.
deal.
you're a compulsory
I
buyer.
must have the sushi
Oh.
knife.
What's
You
that?
compulsory. You just like you compulsion to buy.
It's so easy. I think I counted it. It was like 3 button presses between the ad pressing, because I have
Ooh,
Amazon
that's not
Prime
many.
one payment click. So I went Prime, click on the link, click on the buy now, and then purchase. And then it was like 3 clicks later, I have a sushi knife in my at my house.
Wow.
I don't know.
Impressive.
Fancy.
It's dangerous.
If you need a sushi knife, though, that is.
Well, they, all of a sudden I have this need for things like,
Yeah.
they had a, vacuum cleaners, and I'm like, hey, I could get
They have everything.
a new vacuum cleaner. You know, it's a new vacuum cleaner, and then they had like lights, studio lights. I'm like, I could use.
I need studio
I could
lights.
set up studio lighting and start
I
taking
have a
professional
studio.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have like a 4 terabyte hard drives.
Now
for
we're
like
talking.
$60.
That
Okay,
sounds like
Pope,
something
this is
good.
getting into dangerous like promotion territory. Let's get into the actual meat of the
Oh no, hey,
podcast.
Fat Kids Deal. If you want to hook us up, with a sponsorship, just give me a call.
Or just Pope.
Just give me an extra discount.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right. That was it. That's all that was going on. Well,
You also got some horrifying disease too, because you keep coughing before the podcast.
I did.
What happened?
I got sick. This is my third time in. I've in the last 2 months I've been more days sick than healthy.
Is it because you have a baby?
It's because you have a baby. Those things are magnets for.
They're infection breeders.
Oh,
Jeez.
so I have something exciting to tell you, and then I swear no more like random stuff. For
You're having
5
another
minutes.
baby.
Get it all,
Another
get it
baby.
all
It was
out.
really fast,
What?
Pope.
You're supposed to wait like 4 months before
So-
trying again.
No, it happens like often. Anyway, never
Okay.
mind. So here's what I'm talking about. Yesterday, my daughter said her first words. They were
Gunslinger.
"dada."
Aw.
Not gonna lie. And now she's like, now that she knows that word, she's everywhere she lays down. She's like "dada, dada, 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 dada,
That is so
dada."
cute.
And then she
That's
looks
so
at me
cute.
and goes "dada." So she sounds like a Pokemon right now, basically. So
Perfect.
That's great.
It's awesome.
Good start.
Yeah.
Super
That's
cool.
great.
All right.
My child's first words better be something along the lines of like, "I just got a triple kill," or "I'm gonna be very sad," and just probably disown them.
Yeah.
Triple kill. What about, what would be cool if they said combo breaker? If they
that'd be
combo
pretty cool,
breaker
actually.
as their first words.
I feel like these are really tall orders.
Yeah.
Being
It
someone
will
who
be
works with small
difficult, but if you
children.
just only say that to them from the day they're concepted.
Conceived, whispering in there.
Yeah, there you
Born.
go. Combo breaker.
I'm gonna play like Magic the Gathering a ton while my child is in the womb. I mean, I'm gonna make my partner like.
You could
play
just
it.
you could just like
gonna
you
make
could
your partner
glue
play it.
glue
Yes.
magic cards to your partner's belly.
Patrick,
Oh, yeah, I could blend them.
Let me get you a little bit of
Infuse
advice.
the magic in there.
Do not marry anybody who is not equally in love with magic as you are.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat. Meet her at some sort of magic convention.
That's a good idea.
There you go.
Really?
My current girlfriend likes magic. She likes the pictures, which is pretty sweet. So
There you go.
There you
yeah,
go.
we're already there, man.
There you go.
There you go.
Excellent.
So, are you proposing to her right now online?
No, no.
Okay. All right. Just
It's not marriage.
I also
just
don't.
proposing
I
babies.
also don't like marriage, so I'm probably
maybe
not.
don't get married. Just have babies.
Yeah, that's an option.
I also don't like kids either, so
Yeah.
the whole my child's first words thing is going to be quite a stretch.
You could
Okay,
get a
this is-
parrot.
This is where
This,
we
this is
really
getting
miss
dangerously
Briar.
close to
That
DCP
is a
off
good
topic
idea.
Miss
conversation.
Briar right now. Like,
Yeah.
how would he make a transition from this to this?
Well,
So this
So
week
guys,
at
let's get into the
Bungie,
twab.
we could talk
so this
about
week
the
at
twab.
Bungie in the TWAB, we have a lot of stuff about the updates, specifically Sandbox changes, the thing that we've been wanting to hear about for the past like 4 months. Anyway, we got some stuff from Kevin Yanez here. They're going over basically all the changes in Crucible gameplay modes. This is pretty meaty, so
I do
you
want
guys
to go
should-
through some of like a lot of these.
Okay. Like player respawns for all quick play modes have been reduced to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So that's like
That's
almost
not-
instantaneous.
that's instant.
That's really fast.
Player respawn
That's
timers for
fast.
survival been reduced to 7. Revive lockout time on countdown reduced to 7 seconds instead of like the.
So a minute or something. I don't know.
It's whatever it is right now. It's stupid.
It's like 30s.
You
I don't
don't
know,
actually
it's a
get to
long
revive anyone during a round usually. And then players no longer lose revive tokens on death, which is a very interesting change. Power ammo respawn timers were adjusted across the board. Ammo respawns in Iron Banner have been reduced by 50%. I hope you guys like power ammo in Iron Banner.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot
gonna
of
be
power.
sweet.
It's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be
In
sweet.
Well,
just in
6
general.
people.
It's gonna be everywhere.
It's nice.
Yeah, power ammo respawn timers for all quick play modes been reduced by 30%. Power ammo respawn timers in survival been reduced by 40%. So wow, that's gonna be real quick for that game mode. Power ammo respawn timers in countdown been reduced by 25%. In addition to that, some massive cooldown reductions to power ammo spawns. Ammo counts have been adjusted in relation to these items and in relation to weapon type. In most cases, weapons either retained or got more, but swords and rockets were brought down. You're probably thinking, whoa, I like swords. I also like rockets. Well, don't worry. Enemy players now drop their power ammo on death. So you'll still be able to pick up tons of it if you want to be a weeb master and use the Quick Fang sword. Looks like you'll still be able to do that.
Also, there is a cool thing that we got to see from the video of when the power ammo dropped. Is there's like a little timer almost on it.
Yeah.
You can see it like so you can actually visually see how long you have to pick up that power ammo brick when someone drops it.
So it sounds like they're also going to reduce rockets to like 1 in the magazine.
Yeah,
because they
What?
Yeah, they said that they're reducing the rocket ammo, and you start with 2. So
Yep.
True.
It's gonna
so that's good. I mean,
I like that. If there's going to be more
And
of it.
snipers and shotguns are getting more.
yeah, more
Yeah.
ammo.
What do you guys think of the just let's talk about like those 2 sets of bullet points. They're intended at the top of this list. They say, Josh Hamrick says the whole list is titled "Gotta Go Fast," right?
That's what they've been calling the update.
Right. So they're trying to instigate a faster gameplay style. What do you guys think about the respawn and revive timers and the power ammo changes?
Well,
It's kind of hard to say until we play it, honestly.
It also goes a little bit
hard.
deeper because they go on to say that they're adjusting movement speed, and your mobility is actually going to affect
Yeah,
it.
it's
and
everything.
Yeah, the top speed is going to get adjusted as
So
well.
you want to keep going and talk about it later then?
Well, talking about it really needs all that to think about it.
Yeah, I think the dropping of, I guess the one thing I wanted to talk about there is just the dropping of the ammo brick. I really feel like that's a good thing. It means
that's good.
There's a risk reward if you go after a guy with a power ammo and you kill him. In the process of teabagging them, because you killed them with their with them.
You're
having
asserting
power
your
ammo.
dominance.
Right, you're asserting your dominance over them. You should get a reward of their rockets, so that when they spawn in, you can kill them with their rocket.
Oh,
ammo.
and then once again assert your dominance.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I think that's like the real cycle that we were trying
That's
to.
the real gameplay loop that they were going for.
That's the gameplay loop
Got
that they're
it.
looking for.
That makes sense.
Well, so one thing I wanted to did want to talk about, but I guess before we go on, since this is not in this update, I don't think it will ever come to Destiny 2. A lot of people have really been wanting like them to revert to the old weapon system. Which, like, I agree. I like that one a lot better, but I just don't think it's going to happen ever. Like that is such a drastic change to the way the game works. That
the fundamentals in their code.
Yeah, it's just it's basically like having to rebuild the entire game.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
if something like that's gonna happen, it will be in September. It's not gonna be in one of these updates. Like if they're planning a major update to the game, that stuff's gonna happen in September.
That's what I think.
I would agree with that. I feel like that's a big change and not something that has even been really indicated either. Like that's something that people just were kind of like, it felt like kind of clinging to, but that's not like there's any sort of reason for us to be that way.
Yeah.
It's something more like to be desired.
Yeah.
And if anything, I like for PvP specifically, I liked having the special weapon and then primary in D1, but with the prevalence of power ammo being the way that it will be after these changes, I feel like this will offer up a different game mode. I'm not going to say it's better until I've played it and everything. But yeah, I definitely want to. I'm interested in trying out this version, as it might allow the person that likes to play with a sniper rifle, to use that for a 90% of the time. If you want to, use a sword and stuff, it's great. It should work. Can we move on to some of the other stuff here?
Yeah, let's
They're
go.
moving fast.
All right. So,
But what about competitive?
Yeah, but we skipped over some of the stuff Josh Hamrick talked about.
No,
I think. Oh wait, no, I did because
you
it's. Yeah. Anyway, so they talked about we're reducing the team shotting and quick play and Iron Banner effectively, and we hadn't done competitive. Knowing this, we looked for a change that reinforced the following goals: reduce team clumping and reward individual plays, and incentivize flanking. With those goals in mind, we looked to take a big step in shifting the gameplay in competitive and trials. Starting with this patch, we've opted to remove the tracker from all competitive and trials game modes. So no radar.
No radar. That is.
What do you guys think of that?
No.
I like radar.
Why?
Okay. So for trials, I can understand it. It is a game mode, whereas it is expected that you are going in with a full team and you will be able to communicate with people. For competitive a playlist that you can queue into, just like quick play. There being zero difference as far as how you go into it. It is also, I feel like it's expected that there will be solo players. You can't communicate with them in the game. You simply can't.
But you can listen.
And if this game had sound cues like Overwatch or Call of Duty, sure.
You could enter into.
Would
Would it promote people accessing the game chat, the team chat?
Voice chat?
Yeah.
Probably, but if they didn't in Destiny 1, I doubt they're going to in Destiny 2.
Well, my argument to that is, and I thought about this as well. We wanted a difference between social and competitive, right? If you're a solo player and you're not going to get a good experience in competitive because you don't have a mic, you're not going to find people that you want to talk to, and you don't have a teammate, you might choose to play that night in social. The competitive playlist would be for people that are going in with teams, or at least somebody that they can communicate with. I mean, really, that's what we asked for, right?
Yeah.
We asked for a difference between those two playlists. This is legitimately a difference.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. At the same time, I feel like this is a change that's going to punish a lot of players. In addition, the removal of the radar for at least the competitive playlist, maybe even trials too for less experienced teams. I feel like this is also going to promote a lot of more passive play than the aggressive type play that we're kind of used to seeing and also enjoying in Destiny 2. Because if we have radar, we don't have information, lack information, you're going to play a lot more carefully, especially when revives and lives do matter in the playlist a lot more.
I'll be honest. I think it's actually really good. I'm looking forward to them removing the tracker because right now the problem is that you get way too much information from the tracker. And there is sound cues, albeit not enough. In fact, maybe they're going to change that. Maybe they could actually add a few more sound cues.
If they could add
that'd be
more
awesome.
boot sounds.
louder footsteps and stuff, then I would be way more into the no radar thing.
Yeah. Because I think the way a no radar game plays, once people are used to it, is actually much better. And just like they said, they want people to actually be able to make some power moves, do some flanks. And it is so difficult to flank right now when you have two equal skilled teams. Like, it's just, if they know...
And the team shot the way it is,
If they know that they need to turn three people to the right and shoot one person and then they die like that because of the way the team shot is, then it makes it extremely difficult to make that happen. So without the tracker now, you have these options opened up and you have to be much more aware of the game and the things that are happening with the audio cues and hearing, oh, a grenade went off over there. There might be somebody coming around the corner right there. I think it's going to make the competitive aspect more interesting, personally.
Yeah.
I mean,
I go ahead and watch.
No, I'm definitely interested to see how it played out. It's really hard looking at Spooky Trials as like a trial for this new Trials with no tracker because we also had no revives. So there was no radar, no revives. So in that mode, people were definitely playing very, very carefully because as soon as they died with the one-shot sticky grenades and one-shot shoulder charge, which was very easy to do in Spooky Trials, people were kind of playing a lot slower because when you die, you're dead. That's it. I think that trying to be more on a positive note about it, because I didn't enjoy Spooky Trials, is I think maybe for the first few weeks, people are playing kind of more far back and campy because we're not used to having no radar. But then as you start getting used to it, I feel like people might get a little bit more aggressive. I know that when I did play super aggressive teams in Spooky Trials, they dominated all of the campy people. Yeah. So it's switching it up, and I like anything that's going to switch it up. It's going to be different going into regular casual PvP and then going into competitive and trials. So I'm interested to try it out.
We know a couple things from Call of Duty that tried something like this. They have no radar in the hardcore playlist. One of the things they did with campy people is they made that person, if they were in a stationary for too long, they made their aim assist go away. So that, if you were camping in a corner and you went to go shoot somebody I guess it really wouldn't help PvP, but PC, but it would definitely affect console players.
It sounds like a really brutal approach to take to it.
No, I know, but I'm just saying
camping.
there's other ways of approaching the problem, and I think part of it as a whole, a team that camps is going to miss out on power ammo. They're going to miss out on positioning and map control. In the objective game modes, they're going to be missing out on the cap points. These are all things that are, if you play that way, you're probably going to end up not having a good time and switching over to the social playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
I'm excited to give it a try. I love trials. It'd be nice to have a change.
I lived in the hardcore playlist in COD. I hated radars. I felt like they were so cheap, and it just like, and to be honest with you, I don't even pay attention to the radar that much in Destiny because I find that it's garbage. Like it's just like this.
So garbage.
It is garbage. It's this. It really doesn't give you any information. I mean, the Halo one used to give you like where somebody was and their triangle and circle.
Yeah,
was,
I liked that.
You could tell if they're
elevation.
up or down and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I could
You guys
understand that.
can't.
No, you can in the Destiny one, but it's so blah. And also I feel like latency affects it heavily too. You think they're right around the corner because of the way it's set up, and then it turns out they just ran down the hallway. Yet the radar blip was just now going away.
I've had no negatives in terms of reading the radar, at least.
Well, I feel like the radar is so big.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's definitely big. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They could rein it in a little bit more in general.
Another approach would have been to make it smaller in a more of and not as encompassing of the map and more agile, like the.
I would agree with that.
Like the
Don't
hunter
you feel like
one.
it kind of babies you a bit? Like, do you feel like you play and then you play Destiny and then you're used to like. I realize that maybe it's not 100% accurate, but it gives you a lot of information. And then you go to play like Halo and you're like, why don't I know where everybody is? And then I find I feel like I'm constantly getting rushed when I play Halo on Sundays because I'm not used to normal radar. I'm used to being babied by this enormous radar and knowing where things are all the time.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's way too big and it gives you way too much like pings of somebody is casually over here and there's a smoke nade over here and blah. It's just. I've never liked the radar in Destiny ever since I came from Halo.
What might actually be kind of
agree.
fun is having the radar off. You're probably going to see a total different meta in Trials and competitive than in casual. Like,
Yeah.
Night Stalker, smoke grenades, you're not going to see them. So maybe people will choose to not use Night Stalker as much. So, and just to speak on the campy part a little bit, Lars did tweet back at me on Twitter when I was like, Spooky Trials, I'm kind of cautious because that wasn't super fun. And he said that their belief is that because the power ammo comes up so frequently now in Countdown and Survival, that if you are camping in Trials, you're going to miss out on that.
Yeah.
So they're kind of doing things to force people to move around more and be more aggressive. So we'll see what it ends up being like.
It's definitely going to be a whole big picture thing. And if you focus in on one of these changes, you're going to be able to pick it apart. And the problem is that you're picking it apart in the mindset of this current meta. And it's like exactly what you're saying, Watts. It's really hard to
It's all
determine,
changing.
right, what these things. Because
Also, you're going to base it off past experiences. And like Watts was saying, my only experience with Destiny without radar was the absolutely horrible experience of Spooky Trials.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
a little bit
that was
cautious.
bad for
Trials,
me.
so
I really enjoyed Spooky Trials.
I enjoyed it too.
It was
I
awesome.
hated it so much.
It was so great
I
because
played
I
so
could
much.
I didn't have to
hated
just prepare to be hard scoped every single time I came around the corner. Because that's what I felt like Trials boiled down to a lot. Was like, okay, here's the lanes and you have the radar, and guess what? Here's the hard scoping because the radar is going to extend halfway across the map. Where Spooky Trials was like, this person doesn't know I'm right behind them. This is insane.
This is perfect.
It was great. Also, that map too, I usually hate, but because Spooky Trials, it made it so much more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I can't believe you and I, Tefty.
I know, man.
Yeah, the
It's so
casuals.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know, the casual.
Yeah, exactly. The fucking casual players are I love this. I loved it. No, it's great. And over here, Watts had the seasoned veterans of the Crucible. No, we need our innovation.
You need your handicap.
Oh, sorry.
Gotta have your
exactly.
handicap radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've played this way for so long, we don't know how to adapt to change.
I don't like change in general.
No,
you know.
I
It's
don't.
scary.
Ditto. Yeah, I like that.
Snacky, are you kind of on the fence with the radar?
Okay, I feel like I'm just really used to it. And I feel like it's kind of like this crutch that I'm used to using, and then it just won't be there. So I can't tell you how I would even play. Like, I like to rush, but I feel like I'm going to be really paranoid. Like, I'll rush to the corner and then be like, there? I can just see myself being like, let's go get them. And they'd be like, just kidding.
No, but one of the things that's going to have to happen, and one of the things you're going to benefit from, Snack, is that you play a lot with your listeners and your fans and friends, and the communication is going to be key with it, right? I think a lot of people have gotten really lazy in Destiny, because I'm used to playing. When I started playing Destiny, I was used to a lot more call-outs from COD. You know, just like you were giving call-outs of everything, right? And I just felt like Destiny, the conversation stopped almost to the point where you were just the very little minimal communication. You know, in Halo and COD, you would call out, you know, the position they killed you and with what weapon and the condition of their health.
Yep.
That's that's the information you needed to bring to the table. And in Destiny, it's just like, what kind of call outs do you get? You know, just maybe gun and maybe.
If you're playing Halo,
because everybody's using the same one, you're saying what class maybe and where they are.
Yeah, if you're playing Halo,
maybe,
and you die with a shotgun, and you don't tell your team, you're assuming you're with a team, you don't tell them that you left that guy with a shotgun,
right?
You're gonna get roasted.
You're gonna get roasted for sure. Anyway,
what I liked about D1 was that it allowed the player that didn't necessarily want to maybe even listen to call outs or whatever. It provided them with plenty of information to be able to play in that aggressive or flanking way that I definitely enjoyed it, being able to just kind of do my own thing. And then
that sounds like quick play, though.
I know, it's a different playlist.
I know, but it also worked in the competitive, you know, trials and everything, which is, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I don't know if that's a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, and if you want to play Halo, go play Halo. So
no, it's not. If you want to play a competitive shooter, right? I can't believe I'm arguing this point to you. I mean, I swear to God. Like, if you're going to want to play a competitive playlist, it should be skill-based. And a radar that tells you where the F somebody is across the map is not a skill.
That sounds like it's a problem with the radars.
It's map reading. It's knowing how many are down, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, push. You know, fourth man by himself, 2 man on me. That means there's 2 over there. You're talking. You know, though that's competitive gameplay. The crap that we see in Destiny right now is not. And so you guys have been arguing that we need to get more, you know, competitive and skill based, and now they're making those changes. And you know, Jen, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Plus, you can go play that Trials right now with the radar.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I hear it's really popular.
Trials right now. Yeah, it's.
I wouldn't recommend playing it on PC, but you know, that's just.
You actually don't play with the radar right now in Trials if you try to play, which
lag.
Oh no, you just don't play with it because it's teams of 4 Night Stalkers using Gemini Jesters removing your radar anyway. So there's really no change in all honesty.
It's basically the same.
It's basically gonna be the same, just with more power ammo now. Yeah. I don't know. I still would have liked to see a more limited radar presence, not complete removal, just because when I played games that don't have radar, COD, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, there's also ample audio cues, which allow you to, you know, make those small plays where you would normally hear something on your own. You can't rely on callouts 100% of the time either. So, you know, you have to be able to rely on just yourself, just your which the radar allowed in Destiny 1, because you could also make those callouts. Callouts also exist in every single game, but radar made up for the lack of audio cues. Now we're still not going to really have audio cues.
Well, we don't know that.
Maybe they'll make it louder. Maybe they'll just hit everything.
Maybe they can.
So part of this is feedback of things that we want. Because if I was in my perfect world, I wouldn't have had the no radar thing. That wasn't the solution that I had either. I wanted a smaller radar that was the version that we had, and I would have been happy. But you know, based on their decision to remove it from competitive, I would like to see, like you're saying, you know, increased audio cues, right? But I would also like to see penalties for campers. You know, like I was saying, maybe that's an unpopular decision, but I think that something should be done.
They get like a thorn dot on them if they stay still. For
Yeah,
too
like
long.
you know in Halo when you crouched, if you crouched, you were off of the radar. But then if you stayed for too long, you would show up.
I feel like that is. I think that's a really great like medium. Like, I really like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it's kind of cue to yourself too. You're like, okay,
Well,
it's not effective anymore, so they should move.
well, whatever the changes. No, the radar change is definitely like a divisive one. We enjoy having conversations where one person isn't having to play devil's advocate for the sake of playing it. I think we can probably move on from this one and talk about some of the other stuff now.
Yep.
All right. Well, next paragraph here. Josh Hamrick starts talking about the Go Fast update. Just get right into it. All 3 glides plus catapult and strafe lift have been returned and buffed to make them faster and more unique. Yay.
Good.
So
That's good.
Nice.
the mobility stat range has been expanded and completely retuned as well. In short, everyone gets faster and the high end is higher. I'm interested to see what that means exactly.
Yeah.
I've critiqued the mobility and agility stat like since Destiny 1. So hopefully hopefully you get to see something interesting.
Hopefully it's good.
The player's ground speed cap has been increased, allowing for faster total movement speed, regardless of how you may get there, which should be interesting. Arc Strider, Sentinel, and Striker all move faster and at the same speed as one another, while in all supers. Sweet.
I like that.
Arc Strider as a whole is performing well in PvP, but mostly due to its neutral game perks. We made the following changes to get the super to be a more competitive option: faster attack animations, faster dodge animations, increased range of all attacks.
Sounds good.
That's going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Do you play an Arc Strider?
Yes, it's trash. And somehow still sometimes I pull stuff off and I'm like, they're like, oh, look. I'm like, I didn't, there's no skill. Like, I think it was just sheer luck. I'm excited for there to be like an effective change.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excited.
Definitely.
And the amazing thing is all this stuff too will affect PvE, like faster attack, faster dodge, improved range. Like that's going to make Arc Strider in PvE even more viable than it already is. The previous shoulder charge changes are being reverted, allowing shoulder charge to be used as movement mode once again.
Yay!
Glad to
I
have
love
that
it.
back.
I love to get around the map and use it to get around.
Yeah, I know. I like using.
Titans are gonna be so fast,
I know.
so speedy.
It's gonna be.
I'm so excited. I feel so slow. Like I can't even play on my Warlock. I'm like, I feel, you know what I say every time I play her? I'm like, it's like she's being dragged through molasses. I'm like, get going. I just feel like it's painful.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
excited
everything
to be
does
super
feel
speedy.
very slow.
Yep.
Slow and heavy.
Yeah.
I want to be light and
go.
speedy again.
Well, see, we all had our light removed, and we're all still recovering. So we're basically
That's what it is.
in the
that
lore,
Yeah,
basically
okay.
in the lore, this is us being finally returned to 100% probably, but we still forgot how to use our weapons, so we're still like juggling two primaries. That's how it works in
There
the
you go.
lore.
There you go.
There we
Makes
go.
sense.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
Solid.
Dawnblade has also been improved. Reduced cost for throwing swords, allowing for one additional throw. Okay, tossing them one extra throw. It's okay. Increased super duration extension gain from everlasting fire. Cool. Removed all in-air accuracy penalties while swift strike is
Thank
active.
goodness. That's good.
That's awesome. I wish they would do that for everyone as well.
Yeah. That would be great.
In-air penalties, I honestly believe that they need to stop that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Like, where did that come from? I don't.
you
I
should.
don't
I
understand.
don't understand it. You should be able to. It should not be as great that you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn when you're up in the air.
They they literally said that the skill
I don't
gap
understand why.
would be too wide.
They don't want the skill gap.
They don't want people mastering the jumping and being able to do aerial.
But now they need to change that philosophy.
They do.
Because that's Destiny
really
is
does.
if we're gonna be moving quickly, we're gonna be jumping higher, we're gonna be in the air more.
you need to be able to shoot.
Yeah, we need to be able to shoot in there.
Exactly. And
It makes
It's
it
a
so
space game.
right?
We need to shoot in the air.
Warlocks have this beautiful glide. I can't believe I said that. They have this beautiful jump glide.
You can say
that
something's beautiful and still hate it. Fine.
If it should be allowed to be able to be like a floating fortress. You're jump up in the air and you're gliding down and raining down on somebody, it just takes the verticality out of the game, and it really needs to change.
It is weird how we're like all these badass guardians, and then as soon as we get in the air, our aim goes to absolute crap.
I forgot.
Butterfingers.
And not to hammer more on the way things were in Halo, but getting a jump shot no scope with the sniper was always very satisfying. And that little reticle was 100% accurate.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, if it was on the head, that thing hit.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's such a great game.
It was so good.
It was
such a good thing.
More stuff for Dawnblade. Reduce the Icarus dash cooldown and increase the grenade and melee energy. Heat rises gives you per kill. So
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Some solid stuff coming to
Dawnblade
Dawnblade.
sounds fun.
Moving over, invisibility on dodge and smoke updates. This is basically the only nerf.
It's the
That's in
only
the
nerf.
entire
Yeah,
thing.
it's the only thing that's getting there.
No, there's
And
two.
it deserves it too. It honestly deserves it. Invisibility on dodge no longer breaks aim assist or projectile tracking in PvP. Unchanged in PvE. Excuse
I like
me.
it.
Pickups. Dodging still breaks both aim assist and projectile tracking, but only for the duration of the dodge. So you can't just dodge and then
Stay
have
invisible.
like 5 seconds of complete immunity.
Yeah. Yep.
And then increase the duration of invisibility on dodge by 1 second. Increase the duration of smoke bomb invisibility by 1 second as well. So this here is due to console players not liking that the aim assist turns off when someone when a hunter goes invisible. And honestly, good. It needed to change.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now it's just Night Stalkers. You play on PS4, it's only Night Stalkers.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they kept the dodge to where you can dodge stuff and you can lose aim assist for that tiny bit, but you can't just keep doing that for the rest of the time you're invisible. I think it's a good change.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
it's
I
good.
think so too. I would totally agree with that.
Yeah. Also, I want to say if you're one of the players that thinks that, oh no, I don't actually need aim assist. Games have too much aim assist. Please go try to kill a Night Stalker while they're invisible. Get back to me on that.
Yeah, can we not tell Bungie that? Because my God, that's why things don't feel crispy anymore. Because they're
Yeah,
like,
true.
oh, people don't like aim assist. Let's take it away. No, because now it feels clunky.
Yeah, now it doesn't feel good.
No. Don't
Yeah.
listen to me. Give me what I wanted, not what I said I wanted. God damn it.
God, Halo 3 is still online and working, Pope. Just go play it.
Look. Don't tempt me. If we could move over like the I can't believe this is opposite day. If we could bring over the competitiveness and of Halo with the community and fun and like space magic of Destiny, that's what I thought we were getting.
I
I think that's what everyone thought.
That's what everyone thought.
I think we're all on the same page, and then the page was not.
Okay. So
Yeah, there's still more stuff here. Supers recharge faster for everyone. They now recharge a minute and
Exciting.
40 seconds faster, a cooldown reduction of
big change.
25%.
That is a huge
Huge
change.
change.
Yeah.
Like
A minute 40?
way faster.
that is a lot.
Huge change.
How many supers do you think you're going to get if you just sat there during a
Oh,
competitive
sat there.
match, right? Not killed
25.
anybody.
Probably one.
No, right? No.
No, definitely one. No, the cooldown on the native time of just charging your super is like 5 minutes right now, I think.
Is it? I
it'd
thought
be
you would get
4
two
minutes.
by just standing there.
Oh, hell
3
no.
minutes. 3 minutes 20.
It's 3 minutes, 20 seconds right now?
No. I was saying because they're reducing it by one.
Oh, okay.
So it's 5
it-
minutes then.
Hell no. It takes forever for your super to just naturally charge.
Standing there.
Yeah. Anyway, mods that reduce grenade, melee, and class ability cooldowns have been buffed to allow up to 2 times faster cooldowns. But this is not replacing mods 2.0, which is recently delayed. They talk about that a little bit later. So your grenade, melee, class ability cooldowns have been buffed to allow for up to a 2 times faster cooldown. Cool.
Yep, if you got the right mods.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I like
that's
it.
considerably faster.
It's going to be cool. Yo. There's one other nerf here that we're going to get to that I'm really sad about.
Do you want to say it now? Just go ahead and say it.
They went after my Uriel's gift.
They didn't go after it
Yes.
at all.
Oh, they went
No.
after it.
How so?
They just chose to ignore it.
No.
They brought
No,
everything
it's
else up.
No.
They brought everything else up and then ignored Uriel's gift.
No, it's not. They nerfed it.
They did decrease the range
decrease.
and they decreased the range and Amos's stats for precision autos.
There you go.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
Uriel's
that is a
gift.
nerf. That is a nerf.
It's the only one of the guns that got a nerf, and it's my baby. It's like,
And it completely
boy.
deserved it because it's the easiest thing in the fucking
Don't get me
world
wrong.
to use.
Don't get me wrong. It deserved it. It absolutely deserved to get neutered.
They nerfed free headshots.
Not neutered.
No.
It should not have had that kind of range. It's an auto rifle, and
Yeah.
and you could just shoot things from across the map with it. But
Yeah, you really can.
It was disgusting.
Scout
I just
rifle.
did it on Tuesday. I was like, hey, look, that guy's dead.
Whoa, that's a scout rifle range, and I just killed him with headshots. Crazy.
all right,
I could have sworn my reticle was a little off to the side, too, and it still was a headshot. Weird.
And then it was like partially through a wall, too, and I was like, well, that sucks for
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
so you want to go through the archetype changes?
Pulse rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons, sidearms, SMG, linear fusion rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, grenade launchers, all had, well, except grenade
Buff.
launchers, all had PvE damage increase and grenade launchers had increased to blast radius. So awesome to that.
Can I
Sniper
make a
rifles.
small point here?
Sure.
This is like I believe, an insight into the full adoption that we are now able to see PvE and PvP as different things.
Maybe like the thing is they did that in Destiny 1 as well, where they would touch stuff just in PvE damage wise.
Yeah.
But this still is not a separation
It's
of
not
PvE
total
and
separate.
This is not a full separation of it.
Yeah.
There are some perk changes later on that definitely show that. But
That's what
this is still not,
Yeah,
not quite
the
there
way I
yet.
look at it is if we had a weapon that had a perk that happened in PvE but does not happen in PvP, then we have actual separation. Like Wolfpack rounds only working in PvE,
right.
but only becomes a rocket in PvP. That would be a true separation. But as is right now, it like Holt said, it's just adjusting damage values for PvE.
Yeah. But yeah, there's increased rate of for pulse rifles, increased rate of fire for the adaptive and high impact pulses, increased base damage for adaptive, high impact, and rapid fire pulses, increased precision multiplier for lightweight, decreased precision multiplier for adaptive. This keeps precision damage close to where it is now, putting most of the buff into body shots, though it's still an increase in precision damage overall. This is good. Shows a little bit different balancing for pulse rifles. Basically moved closer towards the way they were in Destiny 1 in terms of their damage
I
output.
thought the same thing when I was reading it.
And they were
when they
so
were
beautiful.
actually, which is when they were good.
Yeah, I was reading this and I'm like, oh, where's my grasp? Where's my grasp?
Scout rifles increase PvE damage for all scouts, increase base damage for high impact scouts. Yay!
Yay.
So maybe
Good.
high impacts can be useful. What
Yeah.
was it, Tefty?
I said that's great.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hand cannons increase PvE damage for all hand cannons. Increase precision multiplier for precision hand cannons. Increase
I like
hipfire
this
accuracy.
change.
Increase hipfire accuracy on consoles. Yay. And then
And
increase ADS
ADS.
accuracy on
Yes.
consoles.
you.
More
That's right.
aim assists. Are we getting our crispy hand cannons?
We are getting our
hope
crispy
so.
hand cannons back.
So do you
I'm so
think
hopeful.
the headshot multiplier damage increase? It sounds like it's going to be in PvP as well, right?
That's what I read
increase-
that as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only
Hopefully.
for precision.
Right.
It's only for the
So
precision.
For the precision
Do you
type.
think we're going to get is it the 150? What's the Midnight Q archetype?
That's the
150
fastest. I
Is that
believe it's
150 or 160?
It goes 150, 140, then 110, I think.
Okay, so it's the 150. Do you think that is going to become a 3-shot?
No.
No?
That's precision multiplier for precision hand cannons. Precision is the slowest rate of fire, right?
Oh, that's the frame?
Yeah, that's the frame.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it
precision
was
is the frame.
I thought it was the multiplier for the
So it's the 180 rate of fire?
Better Devils is 140. Midnight Coup is 150. What other ones
Yeah,
you
well,
want to know?
There's 180, which is the like sidearm based
My bad.
ones.
I actually
Isn't that called the precision one?
yeah, I think that one might be the precision.
Okay,
one
Yeah.
then.
my bad.
Okay.
I was reading
So
it
it's
as
the fastest rate of fire one.
Yeah, I wasn't reading it as the actual frame. I was reading it as precision shots. The multiplier for precision shots are getting an adjustment. That's what I thought it was, not the actual
Yeah,
frame.
it's
Because
they're their names. The names.
Because
Yeah, it's
there's a bunch of them in that
unfortunate
list too. That from the different archetypes, they'll be like the precision multiplier. I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little confusing because they're using their kind of internal lingo a little bit.
No, for precision hand cannon is the name when you are like when you put your reticle over the thing where it would normally say lightweight adaptive or something. It would say precision, and that's the name of that class.
I forgot about those.
So aggressive frame, is that?
Aggressive is the highest damage class. So slowest
So
rate
like the
of fire.
110s or whatever.
Yeah. Which can already 3-shot. So
Bad news.
basically, we're not really going to see any We're not going to see any damage changes. I don't think we're seeing any time to kill changes in PvP either. Just like across the board. But more about that later.
It looks like
180
they're giving us more abilities being up more often, supers being up more often, moving faster, more power ammo.
Yeah.
Yep. So the
that's
180
what's gonna
is
make
the
it.
180 is the precision.
Yeah.
So moving over to sidearms, increase PvE damage for all sidearms, increase hip fire, ADS accuracy, increase inventory size. I wish I could see that for every single weapon, please, Bungie. Well, every
lot
single
of them
energy.
get it.
Well, no, it's sidearms, sidearms and SMGs, and then shotguns and sniper
Yeah.
rifles. What hand cannons need it, auto rifles, scout. Basically, every single kinetic and energy weapon needs it, in my opinion. You shouldn't run out of ammo.
Agreed.
Like it should be a thing you have to worry about, but not a thing you are, or it should be a thing you're conscious of, but not always worrying about it. Especially because the harder activities that you do, the more it affects you, and the more it becomes a great annoyance.
Of course, that coupled with increased PvE damage.
Yes.
Yep.
Could be nice.
Could be nice.
Yeah.
SMGs increase PvE damage, set optics to 1.3, which I believe makes them zoom in more. I think they're at 1.25. 1.25 right now. Could use some clarifications on that, Bungie. Linear fusion rifles increase PvE damage, yay. Increase precision multiplier, yay. Increase aim assist, reduce flinch multiplier. That's all
good.
That's
all
big.
good things.
Great.
That's
for
big,
linear
and
fusion
the
rifles.
reduced flinch is it's pretty exciting stuff coming up here.
I think reducing the flinch allows linear fusion rifles to also be set apart from sniper rifles as well, because it looks like they're not changing that really. For shotguns, increase PvE damage for all snipers, increase precision multiplier, increase aim assist, increase inventory size. Doesn't look like
it's in it later down. They're it's in there that they're trying to change it, but it's they found out the bug, and that you'll read it later in it.
Oh, okay. The sniper flinch scope thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For shotguns, more damage, increase inventory size so we can have more ammo, and then increase aim assist for the precision type shotguns.
I like that
the
grenade
slug ones.
launchers are increasing their blast radius.
Yes, that is the one after the sniper rifles.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had already
No.
switched.
Sniper and shotguns, they look similar.
When
Increase
Briar
PvE
reads
damage for all
It's
snipers.
easier for me to listen.
I know,
Wow.
I know. I hate the sound of my own voice too. Increase precision multiplier, increase aim assist, and then increase inventory size for sniper rifles. Now, Pope, you can say the thing.
I like that the increased blast radius of grenade launchers.
There we
They
go.
need some love. Let's be honest.
I feel like they
Do
really
the
need some love.
Yeah.
Shooters
I
get
want to. I want to
bigger
be able to
blast
use
radius?
play of the game and
Probably.
not have to use colony.
Do I get bigger exploding spooters?
I want
I'm
bigger
gonna guess so
exploders.
because it said increased blast radius
They
on
have
grenade
some big
launchers.
spooters.
The colony just is not powerful enough.
It
No.
needs to be buff. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest here. I love like shooting them and running after the spiders. Have you ever done that? Just
You
like
do.
Try to beat him to the target.
You know,
You let your pet spider out, you got to go catch it.
yeah, like
Get back in your home. Assault rifles decrease range and aim assist stats for precision autos. So Uriel's gift type base damage is not changed. See, base damage isn't changed. You're just gonna have you're not gonna
That's
get
right.
carried the entire time that you're doing said damage. So yeah,
What are you trying to say?
that they carry you when you're shooting them.
Is that all? Is that all you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we also got a bunch of changes to perks. High impact reserves increase PvE damage. High impact, it's glass half full. It's glass half full. Kill clip, increased PvE damage. Rampage, increased PvE damage and increased duration. Hey, Tefty, that gun that you like has just gotten a little bit
Awesome.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one is that one?
Can we not? Dragonfly, increased damage, increased radius,
Divine
stronger
coup.
visual effects.
So is it now Firefly?
Yeah, it's
I'm
hopefully it's now
hoping-
Firefly. Hopefully it's better.
They should just make it. Yeah.
I hope it's now the real deal. Because
No, I
I've
hope
been
it's
saving a gun that has
bigger.
Firefly for the longest time.
Dragonflies are bigger than fireflies, so Dragonfly perk should be better than Firefly.
Well, that was not
There
the
you go.
case at launch.
That was not the case.
Well, it's not the case. That's why they're fixing it now. Hopefully, please.
They said it. They said
great-
it's bigger and also giving a bigger visual indicator. And I really want to see an actual. Like, I want to be
explosion.
inspired to hit headshots with that thing.
Yeah.
Grave Robber reloads 0.5 magazine instead of 0.3, which is I think that's actually still better than what it was in D1.
Probably. Grave Robber
I
was
remember
terrible.
that one being really bad in D1.
It was really terrible.
But we also had a lot
Nobody
better
ever used
perks,
it.
so maybe I'm just remembering better perks and judging it
Yeah,
against those.
Exhumed and Grave Robber. They were the things.
This
that
timed payload one is really interesting to me. I don't
Yeah,
understand
splits the damage 55 explosive, 45 direct. That's percent. So 45% of the damage is going to be like as if you deal 100 damage with the gun normally. A weapon with time payload will deal 45 damage, and then like a second later, it will deal 55 damage as explosive damage. It's the time payload perk is like a shitty version of explosive
give me
rounds.
an idea, Patrick, of when I would want to use a gun like that.
Never.
So there's no instances where a timed payload would be helpful?
Well, actually, does time payload increase the damage? That's what I need to. That's what I need to try to remember. If time payload is like explosive rounds and that it does increase the damage, then time payload does actually give you a little bit more of a benefit because time payload isn't getting its PvE damage decreased like explosive rounds is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So time payload might be better in PvE now because it keeps like the increase in damage because you're also not dealing immediate damage anymore. So now there actually could be a reason to use it compared to Better Devils or explosive rounds, which is getting nerfed. Decreased PvE explosive round damage, but the decrease has been compensated for with an increase in PvE damage for the base weapons. Your weapons with explosive rounds will not do less damage after 1.1.4.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all the weapon changes that they talked about in the patch.
A lot of buffs.
Yeah.
A lot of buffs.
Good.
There's only a couple of nerfs and the rest are buffs. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the nerfs that they did, I completely
justified.
understand.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I didn't
actually
see.
makes
I was
sense.
a little
Yeah.
disappointed that we didn't see a nerf of fusion rifles.
I bet it's coming. They just didn't want to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what has to go along with
Maybe.
hunter
Yeah.
nerfs. is
Yeah,
fusion
there's
rifle
always a
nerfs.
hunter nerf and there's always
That's
a
right.
fusion rifle nerf in every sandbox change.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
Maybe they'll like accidentally remove one shot out of Merciless.
It's not something intentional, but
Yeah.
like they did, but they didn't want to mention it.
Yeah.
They break Merciless and it just doesn't get faster
Telesto-
anymore when you shoot it. It's just the same.
Yeah. Or like
So
the
it just
shots
shoots
just
the
keep
crystals
spreading
out.
farther
They
and
don't
farther.
explode.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Yep. Moving on, we have the mod rework. They're still working on it, but they want it to be more than just ability. Basically, they want it to be more than what it is now, which is you can mess with your ability cooldown times,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Good.
So yeah.
They also said-
but they still wanted to do something.
Yeah, they also said they wanted to make sure that we could experiment with those faster cooldown times. So they are increasing the current mods, and then again reassuring that they know that a better mod system needs to be in place, and they want to make it awesome. So
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
I'm excited.
They talk about some stuff with invisibility and how hunters, we were gods and everything, and now we're being brought down to the plane of demigods, not they're still above everyone else because hunters are amazing, but we'll play a little bit more fair so you can stop complaining as much. We'll allow you to hit us in invisibility.
How come anytime hunters are on the top of the leaderboard, it's because of something in their class is broken?
Destiny.
It's
Destiny.
perceived as broken. It's actually fine. It's always balanced. But hunters are a forgiving class. We will always,
let's take away
we'll bring
shoulders.
ourselves down to your level if you want us to play nice or something. Clearly, we're the best class. Snipers. There's a sniper flinch bug that they can't actually address until, what is this, May?
Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully,
So if you want to
flinch.
snipe, use a linear fusion rifle for now.
Yeah, that's what's going to
There's the
happen.
last flinch, yeah.
I ran into a guy in PvP last Iron Banner that was absolutely stupid good with the linear fusion rifle. I was getting killed by it all the time. It's pretty good as it is if you know how to use it. I think that these changes are going to make it more accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah. No,
Though the flinch piece is going to be huge. I'd rather get I'm going to use it because, I mean, I used to love to snipe and you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, no. So that should be a pretty interesting change to mess around with. There's also a video that they included in this of someone going off with a sniper rifle. The hell? What was that? I heard
I think it was on Pope's mic.
Okay. I heard something. Anyway, but using looks like the Alone is God, the raid sniper.
Yep.
Just absolutely tearing up that play session right there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Best part
can't
is he
wait.
picks up an ammo brick.
Yeah, picks up an ammo brick. It's cool stuff. Yeah, so I'm tired of talking. Anyone else want to go?
So now that we
that
know that those things that are changing, and think of that stuff with the changes in trials and competitive, because we were talking about no radar and the different sizes of it. Things that we didn't talk about is the speed increase also with that, and like your ability to flank is going to be even better now if you spec for speed, supposedly, because the top speeds are going to go up. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be interesting to say the least. See how these things pan out. It's going to feel
It's
different.
switch everything up a lot. And that's what we want, right? We
That's
want
what
things
we
to feel
wanted.
different. We want to use different weapons, different classes, try out different things. So
Exactly.
I think it's going to make us do that. At the very least, it's going to make us do that.
Because think about this. I'm assuming the ammo bricks are going to drop in competitive as well. Did they say that? Did they confirm that? Or am I
think it's everywhere.
Is it everywhere? Okay.
It didn't specify, so we can, I think, safely
Okay.
assume it would be both.
So let's say in trials, somebody picks up shotgun, goes for a flank. Their three teammates are on the other side. The shotgun is coming around the side, and the opposite team catches wind of the shotgun, and maybe he gets one kill, but then they're able to take that person down, pick up that shotgun ammo, and then reverse it and go back to the other team. Like it's gonna change it a bit.
It's going to change a good amount of
Yeah. I'm interested. My interest is peaked.
Not peaked as in it's not going higher, but
You've gotten
So
to a
you've
comfortable
tickled my
plateau.
interest.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm tickled.
I'm interested to see how this wants to play out, how it wants to pan out, because that sounds interesting to me.
I mean, you got a juicy worm at the end of the line, and I'm nibbling on it. I've decided to eat the whole worm.
There you go.
I'm nibbling on it. Pick up it.
Yeah. What else in here?
Jimmy's a Russell.
Has anyone been doing the Nightfalls? I've been loving this. Anyone?
I did when it first came out.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Okay.
And it was really fun, to be honest. It was good. I liked
Nightfall
it a lot.
scoring.
I liked it a lot. It's good. I really do like that update. I think it's a really good update.
Yeah. No, the Nightfall this week is a complete pain in the ass. If you're trying to go for a high score and not trying to cheese it at all, by the way. Yeah, Dado and I, it took us about 4 hours to get one run in where we were able to complete it. The
Good
final
Lord.
boss, the final boss on the hardest handicap will one shot you with any of his abilities.
Wow.
Just straight one shot. And
Like how many waves happened in that 4 hours?
we
so
got
many.
him to like 5% on 5 separate occasions and wiped.
Wow.
Like that's painful.
Yeah. It was rough, and the final boss room doesn't play nice because you know how the cover will just disappear and go. It goes counterclockwise, but the cover will actually disappear and not be cover before the boss can shoot you. So even though it looks like you're behind cover, you're not actually behind cover according to the game, and the boss will just shoot you through the
Excellent.
cover.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
And when the boss one-shots you and can rapid fire shoot and just go pew, pew, pew.
Right. Do you
Go all
instantly
three.
die from the burn, the afterburn?
The fire?
Yeah, the fire afterburn. Like if you walk over that fire.
You can take 1, maybe 2 ticks of it. Depends
Okay.
on your resilience.
Gotcha.
But the burn on both the knights and the final boss will basically one-shot you throughout the strike. So the burn also doesn't really show you how big it is. It's
Right.
like you see it there on the ground, but you're still in it even though you're not actually in it. So yeah, that was frustrating to try to learn how to get past that.
What were the
Dad and I ended there.
subclasses?
We found that Night Stalker is absolutely crucial because there's a lot of like sections of ads in there, and there's about 10 different places where you can instantly get your super back if you time it right. So we did that a bunch, and we got it down to a science. And then we did double Arc Strider actually, instead of like did double Arc Strider because it allowed us to clear through ads really easily.
Interesting.
I still think Stormcaller is better because of Arc Buddy. We did arc damage because I don't know, the final boss would basically one shot you anyway, but arc because there were arc shielded harpies in the last room, and we wanted to kill those as quick as possible. But yeah, we ended our run with 124,000 doing it legit.
Run?
No,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
It was rough. It is a very rough one to try to get through if you're going for max handicap. But we ran on prestige normal and had no troubles. So yeah.
All right.
And
Nice.
the current scores right now. This is for Tree of Probabilities last week.
Yeah.
Never mind. 226,465 is first place.
And
So
did we figure out that was using the
yes,
glitch?
absolutely, and they can actually tell too.
That's good.
Who did it legit and who didn't, according to this stuff in the update. But yeah, they also have a lost fix for it too. So
Ooh.
it seems that
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it seems like they actually, don't agree that farming lost sectors is the best way to get high points. So there we go.
Awesome.
Good.
All sounds good to me.
Well, do you guys want to get into some Twitter questions?
Okay.
Did you do those this week?
Look,
I didn't.
Patrick.
Because none of us did. So let's
When
hope
Breyer
you did.
told us,
Boba.
10 minutes before the show that he wasn't going to be on it, I jumped
It was
on it
about an hour.
immediately.
Okay. Good man.
And no, I didn't. So I'm going to fumble through this, and we're going to do our best. Do you understand?
Nice.
We're gonna do our
let's
best.
go. Let's
Do
it.
you understand? I guess.
Meaning,
so.
like, don't give me a hard
Try
time.
your best.
All right.
Do we
Doing
have
great, Pope.
patron? Do we have patron questions?
I haven't even
set up,
started.
or-
Okay.
Do we have patron questions?
So
set
this
up,
first
or-
one comes from CC Kuhn. Bungie certainly has part of the blame for the state of D2, but how much of it really? I feel like all the major systems changes that were made, i.e. weapons, systems, and 4v4, were changes that the community asked for.
I mean, the community will always give feedback, and I definitely think the competitive side of things we're wanting 4v4. I still don't know if it was the correct change to do it for the entire game. But I mean, at the end of the day, Bungie is the ones that are building the game. Bungie's the ones that are, going to make the decisions.
It's kind of
with
what
the
we
feedback.
always say. Yeah, it's kind of what we've always said is that they took our feedback and dialed it up to 10. Instead of looking at our feedback and kind of implementing some of what we said, they're like, okay, frickin' let's go. 2 primaries. Now make you use your primary.
People want to use their primaries more. They can only that now. They only have primaries.
You can only
basically.
use your primary. So they a lot of the time with Bungie, they take the feedback and they kind of just go too far with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture of both, right? It's a mixture of yes, the community gave feedback, and yes, Bungie listened, but they kind of took it a little bit too far with it.
I feel like just because you get feedback on something doesn't mean you run off the deep end.
Right,
You take
exactly.
you take your feedback and then you make a decision that's best for your game as a whole, not
Right.
just necessarily what you've like verbatim been told.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's a mix. Oh, go ahead, Stephanie.
I was going to say that what I feel that they just didn't do was take a real like actual measurement of how D1 was performing at the end of year 3 and what people liked about it and how it was translating to D2. And it really does feel like it was a D1 vanilla sequel that or Destiny 2 is a D1 vanilla sequel, and that all the criticisms that they had in the launch of D1, like they just took incredibly powerfully to their developments, and then took 3 years to make D2, and then when it was too late, looked at like the state of D1 and was like, damn, that's a good idea. We should have put that in. All right, we're launching. Oh well. So while I do agree that like yes, we gave a bunch of feedback that says, hey, let's use our primaries more. It's such a gray area because while yes, we said some of those things, we also didn't ask for an extremely shallow end game. We didn't ask for we didn't ask them to.
We didn't ask for the weapon system.
Yeah, we did. We definitely didn't ask for the weapon system, which I also like the weapon system. I don't mind it. I would be sad to see that go. And I know some people would be like, "You're crazy, Teft. How much crack have you been smoking because you think that?"
You're crazy, Teft. How much crack have you been smoking?
How much bungee crack?
It's actually.
you've been smoking?
I think it's actually an interesting state. It's just it lacks weapons like Genesis Chain and things that are interesting to use in your primaries. And if they had made loot in the game that was actually interesting, like D1's life cycle has had, then I think people would have a different opinion about the double primary and how it's in there at the moment. But like I said, it's a very complex problem in that there is definitely both sides to it. But at the end of the day, they're the developers, and they were the ones that said, let's do the system. Let's change it completely.
Yeah, I think they went after they're not stupid people there. They had a very specific game plan, and they went after a specific audience, and they changed Destiny to be a different game on purpose.
For that audience, audience.
And it blew up in their face, and now they're making the changes. So I think it's, yes, we asked for some of this stuff, but ultimately I believe it's the developer that controls and makes the game. And as an audience, we can complain and bitch and do all this stuff and say that we want the game, but their vision has to be the one that's implemented. And
they got to make the game at the end of the day.
Right, I would agree. Like you're accountable for your game.
Right.
You can apply that to so many different aspects.
We're also accountable for what we say. And I've gone on record at saying I want certain things, and in Destiny 2 they showed up and I didn't like them. And you also have to be willing to stand by what you think is right and be able to say, you know what, I was off base on that. Mm-hmm. And that's maybe where some of this frustration has come from in the community, where people have said, they've almost flipped the script on them. They were saying one thing in D1, but so much changes between when, like, you could show a clip of me saying something back in, the first Taken King of D1, and then how much has the game changed and evolved? Right? So I guess part of that is sort of people reacting to the flip-floppers of the community. There's this term where people are saying that content creators are, well, you asked for this. Well, no, I didn't. And
we didn't ask to move slower.
I didn't ask for any of this specific stuff, right? Exactly. We didn't ask to be slow or feel clunky or for, weapons to not feel as crisp, to
have
shoot.
a super once a game.
We did, yeah.
Oh, lordy.
See, that's another thing, right? We said less ability spam, and they were like, okay, you get a grenade every 20 minutes, and you can use super once.
Exactly.
Got it.
We're like, no, like 5 or 10% less.
Yeah, just like
a little bit.
A little bit.
A tad.
Yeah.
All right.
Teeny bit.
So this is we're gonna change the subject. It's almost starting to get serious here. This question is specifically for Snackless.
Oh.
What is your favorite drink and snake?
Snake. Okay.
We need to know your favorite drink and snake.
Oddly enough, I've been asked these before. My favorite drink, I like, you know what I really like is raspberry juice. Like a lot. That's a really tasty thing. My favorite snake is a corn snake. They're very common in Alberta and Canada. They're like a little yellow guy, and I used to
You're
catch
Canadian,
them
aren't you?
small. Yes.
Are
thought you
you neighbors of MTash? Do you guys know each other in Nkuch? I mean, are you guys all friends?
MTash and I live in the same city, so we actually go on double dates and like
All the
hang
time,
out.
huh? Yeah. For
Well,
sure.
like we go to the movies and we go
Because
for
Canada's
dinner
not
and
that
then
big, right? It's like you guys are all
yeah, just like across the field,
right.
Yeah,
over a
the field.
mountain or two.
You're
or
like
five.
"Yodelay."
That's exactly how we talk to each other. We don't need phones.
You guys have phones up there?
Oh dear.
Yeah,
they're made out of ice cubes. Actually,
Ooh, ice phones.
we let them
Special
call
kind
them
of
phones.
brands.
It's just like ice cubes attached to strings.
All right.
it's like slide it down there.
Sorry. All right. So corn snake and a raspberry juice. Good.
Yes.
Good. All right. So next question. What's your favorite? This question is by Yeet. Yeet asked, "What is your favorite part of each of your Twitch communities and why?"
Going first. Sorry, everybody.
You can go first, yeah.
Okay,
for
yeah. My Twitch community, I just adore them. My community is so nice. They're super sweet. They're very welcoming. So when someone new comes to chat, they're like very eager to say hello. Like they're like all over the place with their snack wave, and I think that's really, really nice. And it kind of drives away trolls because I've had people come in to like say something rude or say something sassy and had them like kind of back right out, or maybe even become a follower or like hang out, just because our community is so nice. I'm so proud of them, and they take turns. Like they're really quite lovely. I'm so smitten by them. They're so great.
Awesome.
I think I have to echo most of that. It's having a community that is so welcoming makes a huge difference. Because someone comes into the stream for the first time, and instead of just me saying hi to them, they have a bunch of people saying hi to them. And then they start, I can look over at chat and be like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, because they're just talking to each other about something. And I'm like, But just having them be so open to playing with each other and talking to people and asking new people questions and being so inviting, that makes such an awesome community. Because people tune in and straight away they're like, okay, this place is really nice. I might stay here.
Absolutely. I think a lot of our communities share a lot of those qualities because that's the type of people we are. We're friendly. We're nice people. And
Screw you, Tefty.
thanks, folks. And I think the thing that I appreciate is that like it can be either a chill day or like an exciting day. Either way, people are always going to be super friendly and interested in conversation in my chat, and I really appreciate that. And we can like hash out details of like stuff that might be. There's a lot of opinions going back and forth, and nobody really gets to the point where they're like ready to call each other a bunch of explicitives or something like that. Like we can have actual discussions or an argument in my chat, and still walk away and be like, you know what? Yeah, we see some different eye-to-eye stuff and all that. And like it still can be like a chill, cool place to hang out, but not like not void of any kind of discussion of problems of like like problems of D2 or problems of something going on or something like that. Except for politics. We don't talk about politics.
Yeah. Don't recommend it.
Yep.
No. Patrick?
Oh, yeah. We're all shills. It's fucking great.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, I was really worried like for all the sponsors and stuff. I was gonna have to like make a bot or something, make commands for like stuff to pop up. But no, my chat, they have taken it upon themselves when I stream to be like, man, Holtz is doing really good. You know how he's doing that? This sick scuff controller! Exclamation point scuff. It's great.
That's amazing.
No, but seriously, like it's also just like a really chill place. We're all here. We're always going to talk about, maybe what's going on in the stream, just whatever's going on in real life. But whatever it is, we're not going to be yelling at each other unless it's about these sick blue microphones.
Not a thing anymore.
Not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right, Constantino asks, in light of International Women's Day, who is the most inspiring woman in your life? And I wanted to start this one, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Let the man start first. It's fine.
Make the way.
Down with the patriarchy. Pope.
Please. Watts.
No, Pope, please go.
No, I was just going to say,
for it.
like, my mom, my dad left when I was little, and my mom raised me from when I was young to, got me off into college. And, honestly, like, that woman is like just an inspiration to me. There's a lot of famous people that are women out there, but in my life, really, honestly, my mom in a lot of different ways. But she can be a battle axe when she needs to be one. She can be loving and caring when she needs to be one. She wore all these different hats growing up, and I didn't realize how extremely valuable that was until my son was born, and then I realized how hard it is to be a parent, and so that's my mom.
Awesome.
Somebody else go.
I'll go. Yeah, also,
Are we all going to mention our moms?
I know, I was like, okay, I'll pick something
Probably.
different.
I was like, Mom.
I think, that's why he went first.
yeah, I mean, I have to say my mom, because the reason my creativity was able to come through was because she told me that as long as I'm getting C's in school, then it's okay. Because she knew that, like, I wasn't the type of person who was going to learn the way that most people process information. I was kind of on the different side, and I was into all kinds of stuff, playing video games and doing art and then music and so on and so forth. And she never like stamped it out. She was always like, let's see where this goes, type of thing. And she just told me, hey, as long as you get C's in school, then it's okay. You can do this other crazy stuff and make it happen. And yeah,
Here you are.
here I am.
Well, definitely mom. My mom teabagged some people in my community, so that was...
That's awesome.
You got to be thankful for that.
Nice.
That
That's
was
hilarious.
That's great.
great. But she is the reason why I play video games. She is a huge gamer. She plays Destiny 2 every day. One of them strikes. I had a lot of problems as a kid. I was very, very sick, and a lot of people didn't believe that I was actually had anything wrong with me. And she was like, no, there's something wrong. I'm going to find out what's going on. So she was the reason behind me having any kind of help with all of that. Otherwise, I would have been alone trying to deal with being this super sick kid and not knowing what's going on. And she was there for me for that. So I cannot thank her enough for what she did.
Anybody else?
I was going to pick my mom, but I guess I'll pick someone else. But my mom did roast the heck out of my chat when she came on stream. And so that was really entertaining for me. But I'll pick someone else. I'll pick actually the principal of my school. She's an incredible leader. She's an incredible woman, and she knows what it looks like to inspire. She sows belief into the teachers at our school every day. And I've never had anyone stand up for me and support me and believe in what I do, and then actually back it up. It's really easy to tell somebody you believe in them, to tell somebody that you support them, but she put support into my kindergarten program, and she put support into me. And not only that, but she put support into what I do outside, as in Twitch. Like, they have given me district approval to attend every event I wanted to attend, including covering my class every time I have a flight, because it takes me so long to get out of Canada. And those are the only reasons I could come. I would not have been able to come to GuardianCon.
Wow.
Last year I had district exemption. It's a breach of your contract not to teach the last day of school, actually. Mm-hmm. And I could not physically get from Canada to Florida. There was no possible way. Like, I literally, it takes 15 hours, to get down, because there's no direct flights where I am. Mm. And so she was like, just go. She was like, don't tell anyone. She was like, I'll fill their paperwork. It's not anyone's business. She was like, you can go. And It was no big deal to her.
That's awesome.
And I think when you do things like that as a leader, because I said to her, I'm like, I will come in and work a Sunday. What do you want? Like, what do you want me to do? Because this is very important to me. I was like, I have worked a really long time to be able to go to something where everyone that I support and I love is going to be. And to her, it was like, it was no big deal. she was like, you already put in the work, the time, the effort. And great leaders do that in so many different capacities.
Absolutely.
And it was not only did it set such an example for me, and it stuck with me because I think that a lot of people don't get in leadership positions and maybe they aren't an incredible leader. And so when you really work with somebody who does things to really truly support you, it just sticks with you. And so thankfully I got to go to TwitchCon, I get to go to GuardianCon, I get to go to PAX, and those, honestly, if she didn't sign my approval paper, that would be a no. So I guess it'll be her this time.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
I too will say my mother, aside from like carrying me around for 10 months or however long we stay inside our mothers. Yeah, you know, she just completely supported me throughout growing up. Just like you, Tefty. She's like, I mean, you're making C's, who cares? You know, you're just, yeah, she knew I liked doing art and whatnot and would just fully support it when I would decide to go, oh, I don't like doing this art anymore. I'm going to try doing something else. And she's like, okay, yeah, you got it. So yeah, my mom's super, super cool. In addition, though, I do want to kind of give a little bit of a shout out to one of my college professors, Jackie. She's basically the mom of the program that I was in. You know, she took care of everyone, but also she did something that, you know, people don't normally like. She opened up her home to some kids during the summer and allowed us to, like, you know, go out to Santa Fe and have that kind of great, you know, great Westernly photo shoot that everyone always dreamed of doing. Just go out into the Sierra Nevada mountains and go out wherever you want to go. You can use my house as a home base. And that's something that type of compassion for, you know, for kids that are just trying to figure out what the hell they want to do with their lives is always, it's a very good quality.
I don't know. As an educator, I always find the best way is just to stamp out all, you know,
all their dreams,
all their hopes and dreams, and I just crush it.
Good
You know, I
gracious.
just crush them. All right.
It works out pretty good sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So while Snackless was talking about her principal, I'm like, okay, I've got to be compassionate. What else do I have to be?
Take notes. How to be a good leader, Poe.
Oh, okay. I have to take notes. We'll talk later so I can get some notes from you. Yeah. All right. Apparently, I'm supposed to be like compassionate. I don't know. All right. The Druce says, are there any community members you'd enjoy replacing the voice of Lord Shax? If my team lost all the zones in control, nothing would be more motivating than hearing Snackless yell at you, the bish are on the point.
Yeah. I'm like, get on the point. Yeah.
The bishes are on the point.
Yeah, sometimes
Is
I
that-
like to
is
make
that-
up songs.
you
and sing
scream
them.
at your chat?
Yeah. I kind of sing more about it than I do scream. Oh, dear.
So
Yeah.
anybody you'd want to voice Shax in the Crucible?
From the community?
Just community members that you would think would be interesting to voice Shax or, you know, talk to you.
I mean, I want it to be me, but I want, instead of being like Shax where, no, he's Shax, I want it to literally just be me. Like, they'll just pipe me into some
He
live
convinces you
Crucible
to play
games.
Magic?
No, I'm just going to be like, look, you already have 2 people on the point. You don't need to be here right now, man. It's not going to cap faster. You're not going to get more points. Go cover a different sector.
Just like totally dejected and disappointed
Yeah,
in you. You know,
yeah,
like
just
tells you
like-
all the
Yeah,
things you're doing
perfect.
wrong instead of the
Yeah,
things you're
no,
doing
exactly.
right.
So then
It's
you
not
can
like double
fucking
kill, triple
learn
kill.
from your
You're like,
mistakes for
why
once in your
didn't you
life.
finish off that kill? You could have gotten a quad.
No, not
Stuff like
that.
that?
It's just there's so much stuff that people don't know in the game, and it's like, man, if I could just, you know, have some sort of way to talk to them and maybe help them improve, that'd be great.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll take Deej. Deej is Shax. That'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
So you
That
can
would be
you
good.
can have like some real like colorful, like, not in a bad way, colorful language, but like, you know how he's like very stageish,
Poetic.
type of language when he's
You
talking
would
to
have
you.
some nice poetry.
I don't think it would be you know, kind of when you we ran out of medals, Shax goes on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what would be like every call out for Deej, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Great.
That's what
we want.
Yeah.
That does sound amazing.
Yeah.
You've captured a
does.
point. Do you know how important a point is to the team? This team needed that point. Your point is important to them. With you comes 1 point, then another point, then another point.
Exactly.
Good job, team.
Yeah.
Heavy ammo is the key to victory, Guardian.
Oh god.
For you to truly be the power, wield the power that you must. I can't do it right now.
That was a really good start to that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
start.
Well, that's
It was
what
a really strong start.
I can't be bothered. I'm sorry, Gary.
Yeah, I lost the train of
Go
thought.
pick up
just
the
now.
I think I would pick Dado, but when Dado is super angry and yelling Dado.
That's a scary.
yeah.
That's what I
That
want.
scares me.
That I will be permanently on edge and feel awful about myself, but maybe it'll make me a better player. Who knows? But
There you go.
But I will be laughing. Dado being angry is really funny. I try not to laugh because I think maybe it makes him more angry, but it's really funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, I do like making Dado angry, just because it leads to such.
I'm like the
hilarious
literal
moments.
opposite. I'm like, oh no.
I honestly would be like tickled if I could get Mr. Fruit to comment a Crucible match.
That'd be good.
I like his sense of humor. Just
Yeah.
really gets under it. Like I love the humor of M-Tash's humor and Jez's humor, and I love those kind of comedic videos. But Fruit has his style of humor really catches my funny bone, and I just sit there and I'm going. I don't know, man. It's just I love his stuff. So hearing him when he does the Dream Team stuff, it's great. He's always entertaining to me. Anyway, okay, so next question. Next question comes from a mug of juice. A mug of juice. If Bungie gave you the power to add one D1 weapon or gear to the game that will change how that character was played, what would it be? For me, it would be the Bones of Ao for a 4th Hunter jump.
This question again.
It comes up every once in a while. Now,
Once
in light of it, so I thought of this
here
one
we
was good
are.
because in light of the Sandbox changes, which is going to adjust things for us, what would we bring over from?
Can I bring over like some pants that make my hand cannon 3-tap and be really really sticky?
No.
I'm doing that.
No, that's not even a
Sticky
thing.
pants. I do
What's the
miss
name of
that
it?
triple tap
What's the
with
name
that
of it?
Sticky pants.
Well, sticky pants. Yeah. They're called sticky pants. They're Hunter exclusive. Sticky pants. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? We've made up a new.
I kind of miss the Talaluk.
That's
That was fun. I do. I miss the Talaluk. That was good.
Of all the guns you would bring over to Lalok.
I don't know. Yeah,
Right, I
I
guess-
want all the guns from D1, but
Yeah.
I just want the power level of D1. I don't want the damn
I just want
weapons.
my triple tap with my hand cannon. I just want
Yeah.
my Luna. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want super crispy
I want the Doctrine
3.
of Passing.
tap.
We know, Pope.
I love that thing.
We know.
If I could
Also-
sleep with it every night, I would.
Like Yolder's hammer or whatever, when you could get like 16 kills with your machine gun, that was also
that was
pretty
good
sick.
times.
That was crazy. That was actually insane.
That was
right.
That was awesome.
So sticky pants.
I mean, there's so many. There's like outbreak.
Sticky pants,
many
yeah.
things.
There's like
Well, that's why I'm bringing back sticky pants. That was the best exotic.
I guess this is another Snackless. There's a lot of questions for Snackless. This one comes from Solid. The question asks, how many snacks could a Snackless snack if a Snackless could snack snacks?
Well, 0 because she's snackless.
Yes, thank you.
So
There you go.
So
I guess it wasn't that good of a question,
Answer.
Solid. Try again next week.
I could have answered it with more creativity.
All right. All right. This question is from Shark. If you could be an elite athlete in any sport, not an e-sport, because, we've already settled that question, what would it be? Keep up the excellent content. So if you could be an elite athlete in any sport, not an e-sport, what would it be?
What?
Maybe a gymnast, because then I'd be like a ninja.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'd be like super fast and agile, and climb, like flip.
But if you ever went anywhere where they didn't have like bars, you'd be like What do I do?
Tumble,
Yeah,
backflips
tumble.
down the
Okay.
street.
All right.
Floor
That's
exercise.
true. I'm
It's
with
not
you.
just
I'm with you.
bars.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Many parts
yeah.
of gymnastics.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, I still don't get the
Versatile.
question.
Oh.
What sport would you do if you could have?
Is it Olympic specifically,
No,
or is it
just an elite
sport.
athlete
Okay.
of any sport?
Okay, just make
Yeah,
sure.
that's not esport.
But then there was a second part.
That it can't be an esport.
Oh, an e-sport. I didn't hear.
Yeah, it cannot be an esport. So
Oh,
any elite
It
athlete.
can't be a sport that begins with E.
Okay. I was like, if you could be an athlete of any sport, what would it be? But it can't be any sport. I'm like,
You would pick magic.
excuse me.
Yeah.
So confused.
That's good.
Then you just pick magic. You have to be an elite athlete in a sport that's not a sport.
I mean,
magic.
shuffling cards is I don't know, pretty cool.
I think I'll go with baseball as a pitcher.
All right.
So, like, because I don't know if you guys know, but pitchers get their own intro music and, like,
Ooh.
cool ass image.
That's really
And
cool.
and like the whole stadium can have a light show going
Would you-
on when
would
you
you
can,
be a
but that's when
closer?
you're the closer though.
Yeah, would you be a
Yes,
closer?
when you're the closer?
Yeah?
I would be a closer. I would be the closer that never
Just walk
never
out.
goes bad. And I'll have with
Throw
the music
three.
and everyone's like, yeah, that's yep. You just go
That
out.
sounds
You
right.
literally just go out for the one, just the one bit, throw three, and then
Be
you
like,
leave.
boom.
Exactly. I want to be able to boom on my
I
opponent.
can picture you playing that music elsewhere too. Like in the grocery store. I have
Yeah, there you go.
arrived.
Yeah.
Watts
yeah.
would also bring out like a microphone, drop it too at the very end.
Yeah,
Strike
that would be
him
my
out, drop the
thing.
mic.
Yeah, that could be my thing as a pitcher. Drop the mic.
That is enticing. Being a closer. Like the best closer.
The best closer.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick baseball as well, but I'd be like, what's the hitter that only comes out to hit? Like that's his only
Dedicated
job.
hitter.
Yeah, dedicated hitter. I'd be dedicated because that's all I wanted to actually do in baseball, like little league and everything. They knew that's all I was good at, but then they would stick me in like left field. But everyone's like right-handed, so the ball would always go there. I don't know why they stuck me there, but yeah, no, dedicated hitter. Just because that's the only thing I want to do in baseball. I want to hit the ball. I don't feel like dedicated hitters don't even have to run, right?
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to. You can't. You
If you
have
hit,
every
you
time
gotta
you
run.
hit, you have
You got to
to
run.
I mean, although if you hit, if you
No,
hit
I'm
a
gonna get
home
so
run,
yeah, I'm gonna get so
if you hit a
good
home
at
run
hitting.
every single time, you could kind of just like
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk that shit.
Saunter.
you
walk
just
around.
walk. You just walk. You could
With like
you
a
could
Philly
pimp walk.
cheesesteak in your hand. Be like, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm not. I don't run. Okay, that is.
Yeah, you could walk. That's fine.
entirely too much work. I will hit the shit out of a ball,
Do we-
but I'm not gonna run. That ball's already out of the park. I am under no obligation to make this go faster.
Would you guys consider Formula One racing a sport?
Ooh, yeah, that is a sport.
Yes.
Because I've
Yeah.
always, if I could be an elite athlete, being able to drive and get the opportunity to be successful at that level and be able to do Formula One racing for me would be amazing. I love driving fast and just that would be the pinnacle of it for
and
sure.
plus, you can apply that to your everyday life.
Nice.
'Cause you'd be an amazing driver.
yeah.
Right?
Sure.
just in
Well, I
general.
mean, I don't really think they even drive themselves anywhere, to be honest with you.
But you
Oh, they
could,
totally do.
Yes.
You could if you wanted to.
and it would be fun because you're good
Yeah,
at
I
it.
love the sound and
really
the
good.
smell of it. Like I've been to a couple.
Gasoline.
Well, just the feel of
I like
the
huffing
noise.
gasoline.
I like
Drinking it
huffing.
The like
too.
excitement.
And, all right, you guys don't understand.
Real nice. I think I would be I'd go pro wrestling, honestly. Because then I could have a theme
Really?
song when I come out. Absolutely.
But anything with
Are
a
we
theme
talking
song.
like
That's okay.
MMA or are we talking like
No, not MMA.
WWF?
I want to be. It's got to be as theatric as possible. WWF.
Okay, so that's not a sport.
Yes,
That's
it's a
theater.
sport, Pope.
It's
I'm,
a
I'm
sport.
sorry, Pope. It's a
Yeah.
sport. Okay.
It's predetermined, but
Yeah.
everything that they do is still very
I
athletic.
like how you're like,
Okay.
can racing be a sport? And then you're like, no wrestling.
yeah.
We're
And then-
like,
oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just
WWF
realized
is
how many
not
people
a
in our
sport.
chat-
I'm so sorry.
No, I realize how many people in our chat are fans of it, so I just like to trigger.
100%. I'd have like some crazy. I'd probably change it up every season. Have like a different theme song, and like maybe
With a new outfit
Yeah.
that you wear when you come on.
exactly. That'd be crazy. And then I could get like yoked. I've always wanted to get yoked. So if I was a professional wrestler, I would be like, I have to get yoked. So yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I like it.
I've always wanted a set of like just completely righteous abs, but man, keeping and maintaining that just
Well, that's not.
Baseball
A,
might not be the way to go then if
yeah,
you want.
Yeah.
especially a
Abs like
hitter.
that.
Have you seen the size of those guys?
no, it's all about form and technique.
All right, this question is for Patrick.
Yes.
Oh.
2 weeks ago, this is by Mr. Loving.
Okay.
Mr. Loving wants to know.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, the question about have you ever given up time with your significant other to play video games came up. At that time, Holtzman had a story about World of Warcraft that he didn't get to say.
Yes.
What's that story? You have a fan base here that wants to hear your stories, Patrick.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Loving is one of them.
All right. Well, I had spent an evening cuddling with my then girlfriend, but before that, I was really into World of Warcraft that day. Like I had been on a huge play session. I got my warrior up from like level 40 to 60. So I was, going really good. I had some sweet armor because I got ran through some raids. So like I was optimal. Like I wanted to just go smash faces. But after, you went there. After smashing stuff, I woke up and I was like, man, I want to smash stuff again, but in World of Warcraft this time. So sat down at the computer, started playing. I was in a battleground, just absolutely annihilating people. It was sweet, just like 21-0. No deaths. I was just a complete force of nature. And then, towards the end of the game, I just felt something wrong. I thought there was a rogue that was stealth around me. And I was like, something feels off. And then, I just kind of turned around and there was this absolute piercing glare from my girlfriend at the time sitting up on the bed. That glare that, you can just feel.
You're in trouble, Blair?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't know it. I'm always good to my wife.
Yeah. She wasn't happy with me. And, we just kind of stared at each other for a little bit. And I think, I basically had the thought of, if I just don't acknowledge the stare, then maybe I won't be in trouble.
Maybe we'll just go in.
Yeah, the stare will be completely based on movement. I'm just going to slowly turn back around and go back. And then the second I did that...
Like she's a velociraptor or something?
That's when...
Yeah, like a T-Rex
just turn
or something.
back to the computer.
Or T-Rex.
Yeah.
The second you did that, that's when she became your ex-girlfriend?
No, that wasn't too long after, but,
That was probably the beginning of it?
That was probably the beginning of the end. She was like, you got up from cuddling to go play World of Warcraft? And I was like, I mean, yeah.
Was that your response?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure that was when she became your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, probably. But dude, I was getting some sick crits in that game. It was worth it. But you got to understand, guys, in World of Warcraft, I think it was Cataclysm, when warriors hit level 60, and if they had a full set of AQ40 Blackwing Lair gear from raids that they couldn't actually run and get into, if they had a full set of that with a beast weapon, they were gods. I felt like becoming a god at something that day. And it was going to be in World of Warcraft.
Well, it definitely wasn't in cuddling.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't in cuddling. Yeah, so
let's take this as a moment to say thank you, Mr. Loving. I appreciate this question. And also, Briar, don't you ever not show up for a podcast, because this is what will happen. All right. I will ask every question that comes up about World of Warcraft to Patrick, just so you know. Okay, this next question comes from...
Any questions about Magic the Gathering? Because,
Pretty sure there's none.
My Disney says.
Okay, are you guys good? No, there's more. Adam asks, Destiny 2 looks like it will take the best part of 1 year to become on par with D1. With that in mind, what do Bungie have to sell the year 2 expansion, particularly to those who are open to returning but feeling very burned already? So how are they going to sell
Monster
that
Hunter
D2
World,
expansion?
Literally just
loot.
Just copy paste.
Just
Monster
copy-paste
World,
Monster
okay,
Hunter World.
just copy paste.
Go down to GameStop, get the disc, put it in like the thing.
Copy machine.
Just copy that and put it over in
And then
Destiny
take the
2's
loot.
code, and we're good.
Yep.
Cade has to
Yeah, no,
make good
seriously,
on
deep
this
loot.
promise. It's saying there
Deep
will
loot.
be loot. A ton of loot.
A ton of loot. Yeah.
Okay.
I need deep, meaningful loot. I don't want loot just being thrown at me either. Like, I want to have a story behind it. Where did you get that gun? No. I don't want that to be the story. And I don't want it to be, where'd you get that ghost? Aberverse.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be the story. I want to have a story
definitely.
behind every piece of loot.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, if they're talking about marketing stuff like that, like people have very good short-term memories. So the problem they're facing now is that people don't remember Destiny too well. I think I think one of the biggest ways is going to be from from their friends, like people that play the game that maybe go back to it have to tell people at that point. Like, it's not a good situation to be in. Like what they're in right now, it's not good.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Next question comes from Daniel Pina. Asks the question, think we will ever see Rift Salvage Skirmish come back to the Crucible? I'd love to see a Team Snipers capture the flag mode.
I don't know. I think like Rift got kind of changed into the capture node that we have now. I don't think we'll ever see those come back.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see them doing Rift, maybe.
I could definitely see.
Okay,
bringing
maybe
back.
Rift.
But then on
Maybe
cycle
Rift.
though, like how we.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'd cycle
Like
through
how
those.
it never like.
Not come back.
Yeah. Occasionally.
Yeah, honestly, I think anything that was in D1 is up for being brought forward in D2 with the way that they've gone forward.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I've always appreciated Capture the Flag. I know Rift was their little play on that, but I'd love to see a Capture the Flag.
Like two
real-
flags, defend the flag, capture it, bring it to the other side.
It would be amazing to have Capture the. I know this is crazy, but to have Capture the Flag 6v6 Iron Banner, or or even switch it to the faction rallies, where when you're searching, it will put you in teams based on your faction, and so you're New Monarchy versus Dead Orbit or something like that, and then you are earning points by the win for your faction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question comes from Joshua Elmy, and he asks, what guilty pleasure TV show or band do you enjoy the most that people don't know about?
Don't know about?
Or just that you keep
don't
you
really
don't you
watch
keep it a
TV.
secret, or like you kind of maybe embarrassed by?
It's not really a guilty pleasure for me. Like, I mean, if we're talking about just stuff that people listen to that may not be widely known, I recommend checking out Sean James, musician. You guys remember the Last of Us 2 trailer, like the first one, where she's playing the guitar? The song that she's singing was from Sean James.
Nice.
That's good info.
Yeah, he kind of blew up after that, but still relatively small-known musician. Highly recommend listening to a lot of his stuff.
Memes and I like to, after I stream, we'll put the Food Network on, and Guy's Grocery Games, love it.
Yeah, that's good.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah.
I like to watch scary movies. Like, which is kind of shocking because I'm very easily scared, but I kind of enjoy it. I like get all the blankets in the house and make a fort, and then this is me the whole time.
Nice.
But I still enjoy them. I love them. I kind of like that thrill.
I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure show, really. Because all I watch is anime, and none of that's really a guilty pleasure.
To you.
Everyone knows about
Yes.
it, to me. But no one thinks it's bad.
No.
Remember, people made it cool now. Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
likes anime.
Oh, yep.
I mean,
What is your favorite anime? Can I ask that question?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
So my guilty pleasure is oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Someone's going into a car here. So
It's car horns.
I love listening to car horns.
I collect car horns.
So much so, I have a little golf ball that I throw out at cars in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, so that I can set off their alarms and I can sit there and just
soak in the frequencies.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So my guilty pleasure is when I don't have the family in the car, and I just get to go do a run to the store to get milk or something.
K-pop.
I've got my,
he listens to pure K-pop. That
I grew up loving and playing punk music, and I really enjoyed it. And so when I get into the car, I'll blare, just like crank it all the way up, and listen to the music really loud that's inappropriate that my kids can't listen to, and won't, and at less decibels they can't. So I just rock out. Love it. Thank you for not figuring out how to turn off your car alarm. All right.
Is that it?
This is another question for Holtzman. Seabriar, this is all your fault. Skinny asks, why doesn't Holtzman have his own show on Adult Swim or something? The Dead Cat ad read, the 3D Doritos, the Bacon Baby, the chicken from last week. He's sitting on a TV gold mine over there.
That's true. I told Patrick a long time ago that he should just start uploading videos to YouTube of him ranting and his stories, and he would blow up. Blow up. He never
should
listened.
just start recording it when he's not paying attention.
That's true. I'll put it on my channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'll blow up.
There you go.
I give you permission to do that, honestly.
The
problem with the problem with the rants and everything is that I can't just go into it. It has to happen naturally.
Well, no, it has to be like a series on the channel where, people see that uploaded. It'll be your thing that when you upload that, everyone watches those videos.
Maybe it should be like Justin TV, where you just record your life all the time, and then the YouTube channel is the highlights of like when you just lose your shit during the day.
All right.
Let's have a 24-hour Pat feed.
Yeah.
I like
IRL.
it. Let's do that.
IRL Twitch. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. The next question comes from Ringo the Dingo. If the DCP crew had a Dungeons and Dragons group, which would be dope, what character class and race would each of you play? Do you guys play Dungeons and Dragons?
Played.
Not really.
I don't know. I think
Not enough to know characters and
Are
classes.
there
have to-
elves?
I mean,
Well,
is
I
like
there a
elves.
fairy wizard?
What's yours,
I
Pope?
like elves.
It's all right.
What's yours, Pope? Come on.
No, I don't.
I want to know.
Pope's a bard.
This isn't the appropriate time to talk about it.
No.
There's going to be an
Questions
announcement
asked
later
is
that
not-
we haven't done.
I would love to play, some AD&D with you guys. I think it would be a fun thing to do for the Let's Plays. I know you guys were talking about, we have to announce that today, we're going to be doing the Let's Plays. The extra podcast a month, the off-topic podcast, will be the second Saturday of the month, and we'll record it on the second Saturday and upload it on Monday for Patreon and Wednesday for everybody else. The fourth Saturday, right? Or third. The third Saturday of the month, we're going to be recording a Let's Play with all of us, and we're going to have that professionally edited and ready for you guys for the Patreons on Monday, and then everybody else on Wednesday.
Not by Monday, but
of the following week.
Okay, following week, yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun, and I hope one of those days we'll be able to maybe get a good dungeon master in there and
I got one.
Do something.
I got one.
It would be fun. I spent my childhood playing AD&D, and we used to go to Carl's Jr. because it had a all-you-can-eat salad bar, and we sat all the way in the back.
That's Hardee's for East Coasters.
All right, and they let us. The manager was a total AD&D nerd, so he would let us buy one tray of all-you-can-eat salad, and we just rotated, and everybody would eat. All right.
Nice.
Maybe that story was lamer than I thought.
No, it was really cute.
No, it's okay.
Endearing.
Lovely.
In the spirit of the conversation, what is your favorite female gamer character? This question is from Chris. He asks, "Who is your favorite female gaming character? How was a gaming landscape changed better or worse from 2014's Gamergate controversy?
Wow.
Seems like
boy. Sounds political.
Yeah.
That sounds political, bro.
Chris, we can't
go
approach the second half of that, but let's do the first half.
I'm also not just educated on the whole Gamergate thing enough to approach the whole thing.
I'm not either, to be honest with you.
I'm going to
I
go...
don't like talking unless I know.
I'm going to go with Aloy.
Aloy. Oh, good choice.
That is a very good choice.
She's a badass.
She is a badass.
Gonna go with Natsuki from
Oh my god.
from Doki Doki Literature Club. She loves anime. She has pink hair. She bakes very well.
Good baker,
She
too?
licked my finger.
Yep.
So she's definitely my favorite.
I don't even want to know how did she lick your finger?
I had some like cake on my finger. So
Because you guys are obviously baking.
because we
You're
were
you're
baking together.
Yeah.
And she licked my finger.
That's
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to know. I want to know more, but I don't.
I was on top of her at that moment.
Okay.
Very erotic.
Okay.
I
guess I have to play Doki Doki Literature Club now.
You honestly
I'm like,
should.
I want to play.
It's free.
I need
really
to know
should.
more.
It's free.
All right, never mind.
I want to.
Snack, what do you think?
I don't know. I play this game called Ni no Kuni all the time. It has this chick in it, and she always dies, and it pisses me off like mega big time. However, she does have this magic harp, and it lets me catch all the characters, and that's pretty rad. So that's a game that I'm currently playing outside of Fortnite. So I guess I'll go with her.
There we go.
Her name's Esther.
Also, my hunter in Monster Hunter World is called Natsuki. So it's kind of a double win.
I'm gonna pick Chung Li because she is amazing.
Those thighs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a meme answer or not.
No.
Yes.
I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
All right. Kyle Flint asks, as someone who was not partnered for way longer than they should have, what advice do you have for struggling small content creators? What kept you going when you would get frustrated? And second part of that is, as a fellow teacher, what do you wish more people knew about your job? So I guess they're asking.
I can answer the second part.
You were not a teacher, so you cannot ask the second part. Answer the first part.
I went to school specifically to become a teacher. No one was fucking hiring.
Let's just thank the youth of tomorrow that you did.
I think I would have been a fantastic teacher. Thank you very much. I still am, thanks to my YouTube channel. Teach people about, like people think that, oh, you're a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. All you do is play games. No. If for YouTubing, it's about 90% editing workflow, maybe 10% play games.
Play a lot less games.
Yeah. Anytime it comes up, it's like, oh, so you must, you get to play a lot of games. Not as much as I'd like. You probably play more. And you also probably get to enjoy the games a little bit more than me sometimes, because part of the job has been like, anytime that you're playing a game for a stream, for a YouTube video, playing games becomes part of your job, like part of your job. So if you aren't playing a game for YouTube or streaming and you're just playing, it's like, I should be recording this. I can make content out of that. It basically, gaming switches from becoming a hobby to something that you enjoy, to something that your very livelihood depends on, which kind of messes with you a little bit. So yeah, that's one thing that I wish people could understand before they kind of go into that.
Do you have any tips for a struggling streamer? How did you stay focused? You were on the road to partnership for a while.
Yeah, I was. It took me like, I don't know. Like I just kept going for it. Like this is what I want. I wanted to become partnered. Okay, am I partnered? No. Keep going. Like, that's.
Am I partnered yet? No.
I can relate to that. Holy heck.
Yeah, you that Stack. You can talk better than I can about it, because it took
about
you
both of these questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the teaching answer is a bit shorter. So I guess what I wish people knew is that teaching is emotionally exhausting. And so sometimes like I can like barely come home after I go to work every day at like 7:30. So I do all my prep work and I work through every lunch hour so that I can stream at night. I guess that's what I wish people knew. And that I wish that they knew like the cost, and sometimes like the cost that it takes to have two jobs where they're emotionally invested. Like obviously every job is taxing in different ways. So maybe you are physically labor and so you are physically exhausted. Every job is taxing in different ways, but I guess I wish they knew that. I feel like my community itself is very forgiving because I work 12-hour days. I have parent-teacher conferences. I have teachers' convention. I have that's like welcome to kindergarten in May. So kindergarten teachers often have all these extra things kind of slammed on them. It's just the nature of kindergarten. So I guess that's what I wish that people knew about that. And I guess just in terms of like taking a very long time to get partnered, honestly, I think it takes a few things. I think it takes a grateful heart. And what I mean by that is you have to see and find gratitude in different areas of your stream, and that's what will keep you going. And so maybe it's that you have 3 viewers, but they come every stream. Mm-hmm. And they stay sub to you, or they keep your chat moving, or whatever that is. You have to choose something that's going to make you feel inspired. And I also set goals. I wrote down goals the year I was partnered, and I hit all of them. And I hit them way ahead of schedule because I would look at them. I pinned them beside my monitor, and I read them every day. And then also in my push to partnership was from January last year to June. I didn't skip a stream, and that's the part that's hard. I was effing exhausted. I remember I took one day off. I remember it was Wednesday, and it was the day that my like Bungie community focus was going out, and my phone went off, and I had just crawled into bed, and I was like, okay, you can nap. It's like your one night, you get a nap, and my phone went off. I look over, it's Cosmo. I'm like, oh. So then I was like, well, I probably shouldn't ignore that. So I remember looking at it, and it was like, hey, are you going to stream tonight? And I was like, no, but like if you want me to, like if Cosmo texts you and asks you to stream, the only answer is yes. So I was like, no, but like if you want me to, I will. He's like, okay, awesome, great, because we're gonna push your article live. We thought you might want to be live. Mm-hmm. And it was choices like those days where I was just like could barely keep it together, and I got out of bed. And there were lots of days like that. And in any area, teaching, like getting a teaching job just about killed me. Everybody has these different challenges, and if you want to be successful in an area, it takes a sacrifice, and the sacrifice is different, and every one of these content creators could tell you what their sacrifice was and what they paid, and each of them is different, but you just have to be willing to pay the price to have success. And I paid it to be a teacher. Holy heck, did I ever. That was harder, but I paid it to stream too, and I'm sure that you guys could speak on that too. It wasn't easy. We put in work, it just looks different for everyone. Mm-hmm. So I would find some inspiration and then use it every day. You can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really good. Mm-hmm.
This next question comes from Zoltar of the Hill People.
Zoltar.
Okay. What was that, Zoltar? Anyway. That was Lothar of the Hill People. Oh, never mind. Which monster would Patrick be in Monster Hunter World? Who would Snackless be? Just he wants to know about Patrick and Snackless. Nobody else can answer.
What?
That's rude.
Come on.
No,
You're muted,
no.
Lex.
You guys can say what we would be, right? That's the question.
You should say what we would be, because I haven't played. I've only watched people play for a little bit here and there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know much about Monster Hunter. You guys,
but I
Tefty
know
would have
who
to.
I would be.
Who would you be?
Yeah, tell
I'd
us.
be Basil Goose, because he doesn't care what people think about him. He just shows up to the party and he's like, look at me. He doesn't care if you're like, oh my God, it's Basil Goose. We got to throw poop at him.
He doesn't care about the poop either.
He doesn't care about the poop. He just shows up to every party, no matter who is judging him. And that is some inspirational stuff right there.
Solid.
Tefty?
I don't know who I'd be, honestly.
Who Patrick would be?
Pat would be Brodo Gamma. That's who he's going to be.
No, he'd be Dodo Gamma.
Yeah, Brodo Gamma.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't played that one yet.
You don't want to kill Brodo Gamma. Sometimes you have to, but you don't want to kill Proto Gamma.
Sometimes.
What? Which one is that? I haven't encountered that in Monster Hunter World yet.
The like cute blue dude. He's in Elder's Recess.
Okay. The dude that just like. Okay, I don't know these cute names that you give everything, Tefty.
All right. This question is from this scrub named Fallout Plays. Mm-hmm. He wants to know your favorite healthy snack and your favorite unhealthy snack. Thanks, Fallout. My favorite snack, healthy snack, is apples. My favorite unhealthy snack is ice cream.
And that is 5-year-old Pope.
But my favorite snack is apples too.
I know. I love it. I love apples. What's your favorite kind of apple?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Gala, maybe. Yeah.
Same.
Once somebody fed me a Tango or something when I was in the States, and that thing was really good too. Holy.
Yeah,
I have a list of all the different apples that I've eaten in my life.
You have.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I totally recommend it if you're an apple lover, because then you can ensure you've tried a variety. And then when you travel, you can be like, hey, do you have different apples?
All right, I'm going to send some pictures to you. I'm going to tag you on Twitter and send some pictures from our farmer's market here. In California, it's crazy. Like, there's just so many different varieties of fresh apples.
Let me tell you about California. There's a place that Memes and I go to that's up the hill. It's called Apple Hill. It's literally a bunch.
Sorry, where is this? Like, where in California?
The hill of apples.
It's in the Bay Area.
It's not in the Bay Area. It's by Tahoe.
I don't even know what that means.
It's by Tahoe.
It's boy?
It's by like Tahoe, but it's in between Sacramento and Tahoe. I can't remember the exact name. It doesn't matter though, because it's like in between those, and it's literally a bunch of orchards that. It's the hillside full of a bunch of orchards, and you go there, you can pick apples, you can get apple pie.
I like that.
It's amazing. They have all these varieties. They got apple jam, and usually Memes and I go there once a year. Yeah, Placerville, that's what it is. And go get a bunch of apples. It's delicious. It's fantastic.
Placerville every time I go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem.
This question is for Briar Rabbit.
Okay.
So you all have to answer in a Briar Rabbit voice, I guess.
Okay.
Would you support microtransactions in the game if you could buy more vault space with it?
No.
No.
That's that bright.
No.
No. I already played this game. You want to pay vault space?
He would be tight. He would be stuck. He wouldn't know how to answer that. Those are the two greatest evils for him.
Mm-hmm. Put together.
Still no.
One evil sandwich.
Okay. Anyway, this next question comes from Tear You a New One. Though that's his real name. That's his name. And then his Twitter name is Rammer Jammer.
Beautiful.
Briar's got to read these next week for sure. What's your interpretation of the mods rework section of the TWAB? To me, it reads that they delayed the mods rework due to Sandbox changes. Could that mean that future Sandbox changes may break the mod system? Seems bad.
I think they would.
I didn't read it like that.
I didn't read it like that at all. No, I feel like it's them going, okay, mods can't just be. We buffed mods that are currently in the game. That's it. No, like mods need to be a very in-depth system for it to even deserve the name mods.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, no, I took it more so as we want to make this be something meaningful, so we're going to wait to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We're coming into our final questions here. This is a very important one. Would you rather give Larry King a sponge bath or drink a full glass of Mexican tap water? Love the show. I don't. That's a bad question. Never mind.
I'll drink a thing of Mexican tap water.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
How did that chicken? I wanted to tie that up to that chicken that you ate yesterday. Did it ended up?
No, it was fine. It wasn't yesterday. It was last week. But yeah, no,
last
it's
week.
fine. I went back for seconds and thirds of the chicken that I cooked, and I was completely fine.
Was it still smelly the second third time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My apartment genuinely hasn't recovered, actually, from like.
Did you do the
cooking.
vanilla thing?
I need to.
You need to do the vanilla thing.
No, I'm also getting ready to. I'm doing a Monster Hunter cooking video this weekend, so I'm hoping the smells of like the 20 different animals I'm going to cook will also alter the.
And a giant pineapple.
I couldn't find the pineapple, so.
That's an integral part of the Monster Hunter meal.
Yeah, no pineapple, no deal.
No, you have to go get the pineapple.
Okay, fine.
Order it from Amazon.
I was going to say that. Amazon clearly would deliver it.
They have everything.
Probably.
All right. The final question is for Patrick Seabriar. It's your fault. I have a question for Holtzman. This is a salty titan. What is your opinion of the meme below asking for a friend? Okay, bye. Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game is far more superior than Magic. Change my mind.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is made by Konami, therefore it's an inferior game to everything because Konami fucking sucks. Second of all, Konami balances their game around how it can be more profitable, which is fine for a business, but when you make game mechanics that are so broken that you then have to ban the cards that are so broken, and then that causes you to have to buy more cards as a player. No, that feels really great. Yu-Gi-Oh! Mechanically is less. What's the proper word here? Less investing than Magic the Gathering. It has a shittier history. It does have much better cartoon products or a cartoon associated with it, which is why people even give it the time of day.
Is there a Magic cartoon?
No.
I was going to say.
No,
I haven't heard anything about a Magic Gathering
Tefty
cartoon.
wants to get in on that.
Yeah.
not an
Should there be a
official
Magic
one.
cartoon?
Slide in my DMs about this.
No. The characters are actually getting a lot better in Magic now, but yeah, no. The only thing that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has going for it is that it had a really good children's cartoon.
So you're saying that tomorrow night you're competing in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament at the card shop.
At the card shop.
This is what you're saying, Holtz. Because I will fly up to Seattle and check this out.
Yes, okay. If it'll get you to fly out here, sure. I'm playing in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament tomorrow.
I need proof.
You know what? They ran out of spots in the tournament, and we're playing Magic. Sorry.
Oh, flight's canceled.
Damn.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Twitter questions. I'm sorry I butchered them. I did the best I could.
You did good, Pope.
And,
you did good, man.
It was pretty good.
It was an emergency situation.
It was an emergency situation.
Yep.
And I want to thank everybody who is watching right now that has, followed us on Twitch. It's great. We're on our first time on our new channel, and it's really awesome. And everyone's hitting that follow button, and feels good. It may not be a situation where we get partnered because we only stream once a week, but we'll see how that works. And your support has been awesome. So I think a lot of people are focusing on helping us over on Patreon, and that's really been great. We broke our record goal of 200, and we have over 215 people on Patreon supporting us. And that's allowed us to do some really great stuff and create an extra podcast for everybody. So I really appreciate that support.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in this week. We will see you all again next week. Remember, we are, if you want to catch it live, we are at the DCP_live channel on Twitch now, no longer on Tefties. If you want to find it on YouTube, I'm still uploading it to my personal YouTube channel, but I believe we will be changing it over to the DCP YouTube channel.
We're going to do it on both so that people know. Yeah, there's going to be 2 uploads.
Okay, so yeah, thank you all for tuning in this week. I am Holtzman. I'm Patrick. You can find me on Twitter.
You're also Holtzman.
You're also
both,
Holtzman.
Yes, Holtzman and Patrick, both one and the same.
Proclaimed
you can
Yu-Gi-Oh! Card lover.
Yes.
I will destroy you if you ever associate me with that game.
Why would you destroy me? You're Broto Gamma. Come on, man.
No. No, that game's shit. And so is the company that makes it.
Proto Gamma. Bruh.
So in addition to finding me on Twitter at Holtz_YT, Konami will most likely never do anything with this podcast ever. So
No, not
Yeah.
now.
I don't want them to.
yeah, I don't want them to either.
Okay. I didn't know there was this kind of hate.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
it's deserving.
no, it's real bad.
Oh, it's deserving.
Oh, it's real bad.
Oh, it's deserving.
So, Brian, then it would be me, right? Do I go next?
Yes.
Yes.
I am Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can also catch my streams, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. I usually start around 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm never on time, but sometimes it's before or after 6 p.m. That's the constant right there. And then I have also been sort of getting back on to doing stream uploads on YouTube as well. So that's the twitch.tv Tefty Teft, and then YouTube channel Tefty Teft.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. I stream on Twitch. I upload videos sometimes on YouTube. And you can talk to me on Twitter. Just search for Miss 5000 Watts.
Go for it, Snackless.
Oh, it's my turn. My name's Snackless. You can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Snackless or on my social media or YouTube at I am Snackless.
Great. And this has been Pope Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear. You can make sure to follow the Destiny Community Podcast Twitter at DCP_live. That's going to be our branded name, DCP_live. And if you've been following us, I just changed the title. And we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/DCP live. And thank you very much for everybody who has reached out to us and sponsored us through Patreon. Know that any content that we're creating is always available to everybody. We are not putting anything behind the paywall. So we just want to thank those people that are making this possible.
Which also, we have a outro screen now that thanks all of our patrons, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
We do.
So we're going to kick that.
As we finish the podcast, we're going to be going to that outro screen, and that's going to be the podcast.
Super professional.
Do we have to keep recording after we're done?
Yes.
Or there's
We do?
are the Patreons get
I don't think
pre
so.
and post roll?
No, we don't.
Okay.
I was just messing.
So I push the square after.
But for the end of the stream, though, so that's on the video, that's going to be on there. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Same time, the new Twitch channel. All right? Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.